Hello teachers, learners, and parents. Sir Jeff po, at your service. Alam nyo ba na meron tayong website na tinatawag na DepEd Commons? Ang DepEd Commons ay binuo upang gawing accessible ang pagtuturo at pag-aaral dito sa ating bansa gamit lamang ang inyong mga smart devices gaya ng cellphones, tablets, at computers. Dito ay maaari nating ma-access ang iba't ibang learning materials mula sa Department of Education. Meron itong mga interactive materials, electronic self-learning modules, at instructional video lessons mula sa DepEd TV na tiyak na makatutulong sa pag-aaral ng mga mag-aaral galing ka man sa public o private school. Walang problema dahil welcome ang lahat dito. Para ito sa mga guro, magulang at mga mag-aaral mula sa kinder hanggang grade 12, alternative learning system o ALS, at pati na rin ang special education. At huwag kang mag-alala dahil kahit walang load ay maaari mong ma-access ang mga learning materials. Tama! Libre ito. Ang kailangan mo lamang gawin ay i-on ang iyong data at buksan lamang ang iyong browser at i-type ang commons.deped.gov.ph. Alam na ba ng iyong mga kasamahang guro o mag-aral ang tungkol sa DepEd Commons? I-share mo na ang video na ito upang matuto rin sila kung paano gagamitin ang DepEd Commons sa mabilis at napakadaling paraan. Muli, ito po si Sir Jeff at kita-kits po tayo sa DepEd Commons. Paalam!
Cognizant to the needs of our learners, parents, and teachers, the Department of Education provided us with powerful tools for productivity that will allow us to foster critical thinking skills, problem-solving skills, communication and collaboration skills to be compassionate, responsible global citizens. Join us and discover new ideas in our series of professional development training program with the ICTS Edtech Unit and Microsoft Education Philippines. Together, we will equip our learners and empower our fellow educators for a dynamic future. Para sa bata, para sa bayan, at para sa guro. Sulong Edukalidad.
Magandang araw, Sir Wilbur po, at your service. Narito ang ETULay upang gabayan ka sa inyong pag-aaral upang lubos na maunawaan ang iba't ibang paksa o subject. Ang ETULay ay isang free online tutorial class na pinangungunahan ng ICTS Educational Technology Unit sa pamumuno ni Undersecretary Elaine Del B. Pascua. Ang programang ito ay hindi lamang para sa mga bata, kundi ito rin ay magsisilbing gabay sa mga magulang at mga guro kung paano nila ituturo o gagabayan sa bawat asignatura ang kanilang mga anak o mga estudyante. Sa kasalukuyan, ang self-learning module mula sa rehiyon ng Calabarzon at kilala sa tawag na Pivot ang ginagamit sa ating ETULay online class. Kaya ano pang hinihintay ninyo? Ihanda na ang inyong mga ballpen o lapis, papel o kwaderno at samahan kaming itulay ang pagkatuto para sa bawat batang Pilipino. Sama-sama tayong magtutulungan para malampasan ang mga hamon sa panahong ito. Halina't matuto kasama ang inyong online tutor sa oras na ito.
Hello, good day, dear learners. I am Tutor Madge. So I am your tutor for English 1. So since our English 1 will begin starting third quarter, so probably next 2 weeks, I'm very excited to be part of your journey in exploring the wonderful world of English 1. So huwag kayong mag-alala, so hindi natin padudugoy ng ating ilong. Sabi nga ng mga ate at kuya or nanay at ate narinig natin, nosebleed naman pag English. No, so we will try and we will support you all the way. So this is ETULay na talagang tutulungan kayo na masagutan yung module, magpa-practice tayo ng mga iba't ibang words, pronunciation, at kailangan lang talaga mga bata na mag-practice. So katulad ng tayo ay naglalaro, kung tayo ay nag-a-add, nagsusubtract sa mathematics, kumakanta, sumasayaw, kung ano man ang talent mo, ay hindi to biglang gumaling ka lang. So kailangan nating mag-practice. So katulad sa English, we need to practice how we speak, how we write. So magagawa natin yan kung tayo ay magpa-practice sa pamamagitan ng pagsusulat at pagbabasa ng mga English na text gaya ng mga books, mga stories, mga poems, mga iba't ibang literatures para mas mapayaman natin or ma-enrich natin ang ating tinatawag na vocabulary words. Sige nga, sabihin nyo nga mga bata. Vocabulary words. Vocabulary. Vocabulary. Sa Tagalog, bokabularyo. Ibig sabihin nun, mas marami na kayong mga alam na salita. Or marami na kayong matatandaan ng mga words. Sige nga, sa ating mga online participants ngayon, excited na ba kayo sa mga ating mga grade 1 activities? So huwag kayong mag-alala. Again, ang grade 1 English, makakasama nyo ako sa third quarter natin na session. Alright? So sa ngayon, ipapakilala ko na ang makakasama ninyo sa hapon na ito. Walang iba, handang-handa na siya. Isa sa pinakamagaling nating teacher broadcaster sa DepEd TV at talagang marami ring nabibighani sa kanya. Pero alam niyo ba na mommy at talagang strong mommy ang kasama natin ngayon at talagang inspiring ang kanyang story din sa ating mga mommies na kasama natin this afternoon. So let's all welcome a big virtual applause, pwedeng mainit na pagtanggap kay Ma'am Jennifer or Tutor Jennifer para sa English 2.
Hello, good afternoon po.
Ma'am.
Hi, good afternoon again sa lahat po ng nanonood ngayong hapon. Maraming salamat po for tuning in to our ETULay. Hello po sir, magandang hapon po.
Good afternoon, Ma'am Jennifer. So, binigyan ko lang ng, kumbaga, pasilip ang ating mga grade 1 learners dahil nga ang grade 1 English ay for third quarter. So, para sa ating mga nanay na nakikinig ngayon, ayan, so sasamahan tayo ngayon ni Ma'am Jennifer para po sa ating mga learners naman for grade 2.
Okay.
Alright, take it away, Ma'am Jennifer.
Okay po. I'll just share my screen. For a while po. There. Am I sharing my screen na po? Naka-share na po ba ang screen ko? Paki-comment lang po. Ayan, naka-share na siya. So, again, everyone, good afternoon and welcome to another interactive tutorial session with me, Ma'am Jennifer, your friendly learning tutor in understanding English here on ETULay. Kamusta na po kayo? How are you po, mga bata? And how have you been po since the last time we had our tutorial? Last Tuesday po yon. Kamusta na po kayo? Nakikinig po ba kayong mabuti sa iba't iba? Or nanonood pa rin po ba kayo ng mga tutorial sessions sa ibang subjects po? Ayan, basahin natin. Yes po, nanonood pa rin daw po sila. So that's good news po para sa aming mga tutors nyo. So before we officially start, I would like first to greet everyone, especially my grade 2 pupils. Hello po sa inyo. And to your parents who are, I think, beside you right now, supporting you. Hello din po sa inyong mga classmates. At hello sa inyong mga teachers. And even to my colleagues, mga co-mommies, co-parents na nandyan po sa kanilang mga bahay at patuloy na sinusuportahan ng kanilang mga anak sa pagkatuto. So, thank you very much po from the bottom of our hearts. Again po, this is a free tutorial session. This is a free assistance for your children's academic needs po. So, ito ay bayanihan ng ating mga guro, mula sa public school po sa tulong po ng ating DepEd, the Department of Education, and ng Edtech unit po. Sana po ay pasalamatan din natin sila. Alright. So, this is basically just a continuation again of our previous lesson. Last week po yon. So, we are already on the last week. Yehey! Week 8 na po tayo ng ating quarter 2. O, di ba mga bata, matatapos din natin. Sabi ko sa inyo, kayang-kaya nyo yan. So, sa susunod, makikita pa rin tayo para sa ating tutorial tutorial sessions para sa 3rd quarter and 4th quarter. So, our lesson this afternoon is about sequencing events and making predictions. This is a continuation ng mga tinuro ko sa inyo. Kung natatandaan nyo, we started 2nd quarter discussing about describing an illustration. Then, inaral din natin how to make intelligent predictions tungkol sa mga illustrations na nakikita natin. Then, last week, inaral din natin ang action words at kung paano natin ma-identify ang action ng nasa picture or nasa illustration. Mahalagang malaman yun mga bata kasi those are prerequisites nitong ating last lesson for the 2nd quarter. So you may use those strategies and lessons para makapag-sequence tayo ng events and para makapag-make tayo ng predictions. Okay? Again, i-remind ko lang po kayo na si Ma'am Jennifer at ang ibang tutors po, we are teaching using 2 languages po. We are teaching using English kapag kailangan, and also we are teaching using Filipino kapag kailangan din po. Kasi ang sabi nga namin, this is just an assistance or tutorial session para mas madali natin pong maintindihan ang lesson this afternoon. Okay? So, if you are ready, please paki-ready na rin po ng mga sumusunod. So, here are the things that we'll be needing this afternoon. Of course, we will be needing your pencil or any writing material na meron kayo. Also, kailangan din natin ng notebook or any pad paper. Or kung wala naman kayo, you may just comment down your answers in our comment section. And syempre, ang ating self-learning modules. If you do not have a copy or printed copy of your modules yet, you may check on the link presented on your screen. Iyan po ang link ng ating DepEd Commons kung saan nagpo-provide po sila ng free self-learning modules from 1st quarter to 2nd quarter ng iba't ibang subjects po natin. Okay? And, ang pinakahuli, ano nga mga bata, yung 2 most important things that you also have to prepare this afternoon, bukod sa mga ito, kailangan din natin ng, syempre, puso at isipan para matuto. Kung meron na tayo noon, if you already have your heart and your mind to listen and understand this afternoon, simulan na po natin. Let's begin by knowing our learning objectives. Madali lang po ito. First of all, of course, we need to identify the basic sequence of events. And after knowing that, we have to make relevant predictions on the given pictures and stories. So, pwede nyo pong i-check ang inyong module habang nakikinig kayo kay Ma'am Jennifer para makasunod po kayo. Okay? So, as preliminary activity, let's just try to examine what you have learned on our previous tutorial sessions. Madali lang po ito, just like before. All you have to do is to examine the illustration. Yan, examine po natin yung picture and then let's try to answer, what do the children do in the picture? Sige nga mga bata, mga magulang, mga mommies and daddies, paki-comment nga po, what do the children do in the picture? What action words best describe this illustration? Kung hindi ako nagkakamali, tinuro po ito ni Ma'am Jennifer last week. So, obviously, the children on the picture are watering the plant or dinidiligan po nila ang halaman. Yes. And let's try to make a prediction on what will happen next. kung dinidiligan po ng mga bata ang halaman, what do you think may happen sa plant? Yan. Correct ka po, Ma'am Elaine Mateo. They are watering the plant. So, what do you think will happen next? Kapag patuloy na inalagaan ng mga batang ito, if they keep on watering the plants and taking care, or care for the plants, I mean, what do you think may happen next? The plant will grow into a healthy and sturdy tree. Yan, it will grow. Totoo po. Ang lahat ng nabibigyan ng alaga, atensyon at pagmamahal ay nag-grow. So that's what's about to happen to this plant. So as I can see po, tama naman kayong lahat. Ang gagaling nyo po. The plant will grow. That means you are already ready to have or to discuss our new lesson this afternoon kasi nakinig kayong mabuti last week. Yehey! So, dahil marunong na po kayong mag-identify ng action words and you also know how to make predictions, let's try to do our learning task 1. You may check your self-learning module kasi nandun po ito. Using the given pictures, predict what will happen next using the options given. Okay, look at the picture mga bata or look at the illustration. Tingnan mabuti. What do you think may happen next to this cute little boy? A. His teeth will ache. Or B. He will be healthy. Sige nga, tingnan natin. Ano kaya ang pwedeng mangyari sa kanya if he continues to eat popsicles na ganyan kadami? Let's see mga bata, what do you think will happen to him? Yan. According to Karen, magkakaroon siya ng toothache. A. Sige, tingnan natin. Of course, obviously, hindi naman siya magiging healthy kapag ganyan kadaming popsicles ang kinakain niya for a day. So, the best that may happen to this boy is to have a toothache. So, congratulations. Tama po kayong lahat sa inyong sagot. Let's try the next picture. What do you think may happen next based on the action of the picture? A. He will wear his clothes. Or B. He will dry his body with towel. Yeah, this one's a bit easy. I think kayang-kaya itong sagutin ng mga bata. Again, mga bata, you have to be mindful kasi may mga choices tayo na maaring pareho silang tama. So, the best thing you can do is to choose kung alin yung pinaka po pwedeng tamang sagot. So, obviously, hindi naman tayo agad-agad magwi-wear ng ating clothes. So, the first thing this boy may do is first to dry his body with towel. And then, after drying his body with towel, that's the time that he could wear his clothes. May I see your answer? Yan, very good. Tama po kayong lahat. Good job. How about the third one? Wow, napaka-inspirational naman ang nasa picture. Sana lahat ng bata ganito. What do you think happened to this boy after doing this action? A. He passed the exams. Or B. He failed the exams. Let me see your answer. Pumasa po ba ang batang ito? Or bumagsak sa kanyang examination the next day? I see your answer. Si Ma'am Emmeline, si Mikaela, si Rip, si John Paul, they all answered letter A. Obviously, mga bata, ang palagi nating sinasabi sa inyo, and even your parents, if you study now, you will be successful tomorrow. Or, if you study now for your exam, most probably, you will pass your examination the next day. So, gayahin natin ang batang ito. Ayan, very studious. So, tama naman po lahat ng inyong answer. Let's have the fourth picture. Okay. Look at what the girl is doing. Anong ginagawa niya? She is biting her fingernails. So, what do you think may happen to her next? A. She will have a tummy ache. Or B. She will feel full and healthy. Let me see your answer. Okay, according to Christine, to Rose, and to Carmelita, letter A daw po. Yan. She will have a tummy ache. Yes. Well, obviously, kapag nagbabite tayo ng fingernails natin, kasi ang fingernails natin, it is one of the dirtiest parts of our body because ginagamit natin siya kung saan-saan. So, hindi tayo mabubusog, hindi din tayo magiging healthy. So, the best I think that may describe what will happen next to this girl is letter A. She will have a tummy ache. Patingin nga po na answer. Wow, very good. Ang galing naman ng mga estudyante ko. Tama silang lahat. Ayan, good job. So, wag niyong gagayahan itong mga bata ha. Don't bite your fingernails. Okay, let's have, I guess, the last one for our learning task 1. Look at the illustration. What action is being portrayed by the picture? Yan, the boy in the picture is silently praying. Closed eyes pa nga, di ba? So, what do you think may happen next after this action? A, he will play outside. Or B, he will sleep. Check nga natin. According to Veronica, to Lynn, to Crayden, letter A daw. Well, actually mga bata at sa mga magulang natin, both choices may be correct kasi hindi natin sure baka mamaya after praying, maglalaro na siya sa labas. Or after praying, matutulog na siya. Again, tingnan nating mabuti yung illustration natin. Ano ba ang meron? Merong unan, meron ding kumot at naka-cover na sa paa niya. So, the best I think that may happen to him, after praying is, he will sleep. Yan. Tama. Diba ginagawa naman natin yan before sleeping, we are praying. So, tama po kayo halos lahat. He will sleep. Yes. So, congratulations and thank you. Tama kayo. Very good. Question. Ma'am Jennifer, how was I able to do that? Paano ko po nasagutan yun? Nagulat ako. Diba? Minsan nagugulat din tayo, paano natin nagagawa ang mga bagay-bagay. Well, obviously, mga bata, you were able to answer or to predict what will happen next to those illustrations because you look at the important details portrayed by the picture or by the illustration. Natatandaan nyo ba yung tinuro ko sa inyo before? You have to look at the most noticeable characteristics of the picture. You have to look at the important details na pinapakita nila for you to be able to predict what will happen next. Ano ba yung tiningnan natin kanina? Paano natin nasagutan ito? You look at the actions. You look at the character traits. You even look at the facial expression portrayed by the characters and other clues that are related to our personal experiences. Yan. Bakit mahalaga yung mga clues na yon? Kasi sila yung gagamitin natin para maisip natin what will happen next. And mahalaga that those clues will be correlated or will be connected, mai-connect natin siya sa ating personal experiences kasi mas madali nating maintindihan. Diba? Mas madali nating mag-guess what will happen next. Like for example, yung pagpe-pray bago matulog, syempre, alam na natin agad ang kasunod nun. Kasi personally, nararanasan natin siya. Tama? So these are this important tip is something that you could use in our lesson this afternoon. So, bakit natin dinidiscuss ang making prediction, mga bata? That's because that is one of the best ways on how we can sequence a story. Ayan, dito na tayo papasok sa main lesson natin, which is sequencing a story. At sabi nga ni Ma'am Jennifer, ang pag-make ng predictions ay mahalaga for us to sequence a certain story. So, Ma'am Jennifer, question po. Ano po ba yung tinatawag nating sequencing a story at paano natin siya ginagawa? So, basically mga bata, when we say sequencing a story, this is our ability to determine and identify the different parts or components of a story. Minsan nga mga bata, kahit hindi buong story, kahit na simpleng event lang na nangyayari sa atin, sa buhay natin, or event na nangyayari sa buhay ng ibang tao, if you are able to identify which event comes first, which event comes second or comes in the middle, and which happens last, then you have the ability to sequence a story. Diba? Yun yung tinatawag nating pagsusunod-sunod ng pangyayari sa Filipino. If you are able to determine alin ba yung first, which is the second, which is the third, the fourth, and so on and so forth, then you have the ability to sequence a story. Ma'am Jennifer, mahalaga po ba ang namalaman naming mga bata at mga magulang how to sequence a story? May importance po ba ito sa aming understanding or sa aming buhay? Yes po, 100% yes. Why? Because if we have the ability to sequence events, that's actually a key component or a key comprehension strategy to determine a reader's or a learner's understanding of the given pictures or stories. Kapag po kasi alam natin or marunong tayong mag-sequence ng event, that means naintindihan natin yung story na ating binasa. Okay, that's one good way on how we can assess ourselves whether we have understood or whether we have comprehended a certain story or a certain event na nakita natin. Diba? Sequencing a story kasi mga bata is also retelling or narrating. So, mas masarap makinig sa story na alam mo yung simula, yung nangyari nung gitna, at nangyari nung huli. Kung hindi nyo lang siguro napapansin, but when we are reading, let's say fairy tales, ito, gaya nitong mga books na meron ako dito, these are all fairy tales. Yan, like this one, The Little Mermaid, The Brave. So, marami ako ditong story. So, kung mapapansin natin, if we are going to look at it, it always begin with a once upon a time, and it always end with a happily ever after. So, yun yung mga common sequencing signals na ginagamit natin sa story. So, di ba, mas naiintindihan natin if we know what happened first, if we know what happened last. So, yun yung kahalagahan kung bakit kailangan nating matutong mag-sequence ng events. Paano natin ito magagawa? The easiest way, mga bata, and sa ating mga mommies and daddies na nanonood, is again, to learn how to predict a story. Yan. Sa tingin ko, naituro ko na po sa inyo ito. It is an important comprehension strategy. One will know his or her level of understanding by predicting what will happen next using just the pictures and or the stories themselves. A reader may make predictions by establishing the relationships between words, ideas, and or pictures in a given story. So, I think nagawa na natin to on our previous lesson. So, gagamitin natin siya this afternoon. So, get ready po. Now, let's try. Gamitin natin yung mga strategies na natutunan natin before. Ayan, you're still listening. So, what you have to do is to identify the sequence of events portrayed by each set of pictures below. You will write A for the first event, B for the second, and C for the last. Write the letters of your answers in your notebook, or you may comment down the order on the comment section. So, ang gagawin natin dito, from right to left po ng picture, ganun yung pagsusunod-sunod natin ng letters, okay? Nakikita nyo po ba? So, I'm giving you 15 seconds to think which among the three pictures happened first, which happened second, and which happened last. Yan. May oras po yan kung nakikita nyo. That's one of the clues na pwede nyong i-check kung para sa tingin nyo medyo nalilito kayo. Kasi halos lahat tama. Merong nangyari nung 6:30, merong nangyari ng 6 o'clock a.m., at merong nangyari ng 6:45. Tingnan natin ang order ng letters nyo. According to Hannah, C-A-B. According to Diana, B-A-C daw. Jennifer, B-A-C din. According to Ma'am Lynn, B-A-C. Yan, tingnan natin kung tama ang inyong sagot. Well, obviously, if we are going to look at the time frame, the first thing that happened here is yung nasa gitna po. That's the first one, that's letter A. Syempre, ang una mong ginawa, you woke up. Gumising ka muna. Pinagpasalamat mo sa Diyos ang iyong paggising that morning. And then, ang sunod na nangyari, sa loob ng 30 minutes, ayan, nakasuot ka na ng clothes mo. So, maaring sa 30 minutes na yon, naligo ka na, nagbrush ka ng teeth mo, and then you wore your clothes. And the last that happened is letter C. Yung pangatlo po, kumakain ka na or kakain ka ng breakfast. So, ang order natin ay tama kayo. B, A, C. Wow, very good. Ang gagaling naman nila. Palakpakan nyo naman ang sarili nyo. Tama agad kayo for our first picture. Okay, let's have the next one. Okay, look at the illustration. Yan. What do you think is the order of the letter? Diba sabi ko sa inyo, it's not just about our daily actions, maari ding para sa ibang tao, or maari ding sa mga bagay. So, which do you think happened first, second, and third? Yan, tingnan natin ang sagot nila. According to Rose, it's CBA. According to JC, it's also CBA. Yan, Megan, CBA. Jonathan, CBA. Sana ma-meet ko kayo in person kasi ang gagaling nyo. Okay, let's see. Well, obviously, these are all ingredients and materials na ginagamit natin sa pagbe-bake ng cake. So, ang first natin na dapat i-prepare is, of course, the ingredients. Meron tayong flour, milk, and eggs. So, yun yung letter A natin. Wala pa tayong nagagawa. Just raw ingredients. And then, siguro, pagkatapos nating makita yung mga ingredients, pinagsama-sama natin sila, and then we came up with the mixture. Ayan, nandito na yung ating mixture ng mga raw ingredients. So, that's for letter B. And the last one, of course, is our finished product, yung ating cake. Yan. So, ang order po ng sequence natin ay CBA. So, tama po kayo halos lahat. Wow, ang gagaling ng mga estudyante ko Alam nyo, may naisip ako. Next week, pipili po ako ng 3 best students na bibigyan ko ng load na pang online. Para the next week na gusto nyong manood ng tutorial session, may magamit kayo. But that would be next week na. Kasi para yung iba, ma-encourage natin. Kaya maghikayat pa kayo ng mga estudyante na grade 2 na kagaya nyo na manood kasi by next week sa third quarter, magbibigay si Ma'am Jennifer ng free load na magagamit nyo sa inyong panonood ng tutorial session. That's a promise, okay? Let's have the third picture. Ayan. Look at the illustration, mga bata. Tingnan yung mabuti. Medyo tricky na ba ito para sa inyo? I think kailangan yung tingnan yung nasa canvas. Alin dyan ang nauna, alin dyan ang sumunod, at alin dyan ang last. Okay, check nyo nga. Sige, I'm giving you 15 seconds to answer and give me the right order of letters. So, according to John Paul, it's BCA daw. According to Diana, it's CAB. Wow, iba-iba kayo ng answer. According to Hannah, it's CAB. According to Tiffany, parang haba naman ang answer ni Tiffany. Bakada na yung answer niya. According to Jerlene, it's BCA. Ayan, tingnan natin. Okay, tingnan natin. Rosemary, it's BCA din. Okay, tingnan natin mabuti. First, syempre, you have to look at the canvas. Alin ba yung sa tingin natin na nauna? Syempre, yung wala pang laman. Kasi, hindi pa siya nakakapag-start sa art project niya. So, yung nasa gitna, the picture in the middle is our letter A. And then, if you're going to look, alin ba dito yung mas konti pa lang yung details. So, because that's probably what happened next from 0 to 1 detail to 2 details and so on and so forth. So, our second event is the last picture, and our last event is the first picture. So, ang ating correct order po is C, A, B. Ayan, tingnan ko nga. Meron din namang mga tumama, merong medyo nagbaliktad lang ng konti, but that's okay. You can still make up on the second, on our next picture. Yan, tama po si Ma'am Lance. Galing. Si Win, tama din siya. So, it's C-A-B. Okay, good job. Next. Okay, look at the picture, kids. Which among the three pictures happened first, happened second, and happened last? Look at the illustration. Mahalagang i-check ang action, ang character traits, even the facial expression. Is it C-A-B? Is it A-B-C? Is it B-C-A? Okay, I'm looking at your answers. Ayan, may mga nakikita na akong tamang answer. ABC, ABC. Okay. Ang gagaling ah. Naku, mukhang perfect kayo dito. Well, obviously, the first thing that we do when we brush our teeth is to put on the right amount of toothpaste on our toothbrush. So, from right, dito tayo, that's letter A. And then after that, mag-start na tayong mag-brush ng our teeth. So, that's letter B. And the last thing to do after brushing our teeth is to gargle with water. So, that is letter C. That means the correct order or the correct sequence of event for this picture is A, B, C. Yehey! Wow, ang daming tama. Congratulations po. Very good talaga kayo kay Ma'am Jennifer. Ayan. Okay, let's have... I think this is the last one for the three-set sequence of event. Tingnan natin ang picture. Aha. Ang cute naman ng mga ducklings na ito at ang kanilang mommy. Alin kaya ang nauna? Which happened first? Which happened second? And which happened last? According to Kylie, it's ABC. Same with Megan, Reese, Diana, Eileen, Jerlyn, Irregular, Bernardo. Ang answer nila ay ABC. You still have 5 seconds more before we check this. According to Ma'am Lynn, it's ABC. Hi, good afternoon po, Miss Nini Oleta from Zamboanga del Sur. Hello po. ABC, most of you answered ABC. Tingnan natin what's the correct sequence. Well, obviously, the first event that may happen here, pag nag-lay ng egg, di ba tinitake care ng mommy yon? So, nini-nesting niya or I'm not sure if the Filipino term or the Tagalog version natin is parang nililimliman. Is that right? Nililimliman ng mommy. So, dito, that's the first thing that happened, letter A. And then, kapag medyo okay na yung shell at okay na yung mga itlog, the next that may happen is hatching na. Ayan na. And the last will be, ayan, lumabas na silang lahat. So, the correct sequence po ay ABC. Yehey! Wow, tama silang lahat. Meron tayong mga nagwa-watch from Cebu. Hello po from Cebu. Thank you for tuning in this afternoon. Yan. So, the correct sequence po ay A, B, C. Tama naman po kayong lahat. Congratulations. Very good talaga kayo. Okay, dahil medyo sa tingin ko medyo madali ito para sa inyo, mag-level up tayo. If for this game, it's a 3-set sequence of event, gawin natin siyang 4-set this time. So, same procedure. Identify the sequence of events portrayed by each set of pictures below. Write A for the first, B for the second, C for the third, and D for the last. So, 4 set of sequence of event tayo. Okay. Look at the picture. Yan. Same pa rin po tayo ng procedure. Give me the correct order of letters para sa sequence ng event na ito. Alin kaya sa tingin nyo ang nangyari? ABC po ba? Tama ba yon? ABC ba to? Sige, sulat muna kayo sa paper. Write it first on your paper para mas madali nating ma-answer. According to Giller, CBDA daw. Tingnan po natin. According to RIP, it's RIP, it's DBAC. Yung iba is DBAC, CBDA, CBDA, yan, DBAC. Wow, iba-iba talaga kayo ng answer, di ba? Sabi ko sa inyo, sa pagdami ng event, medyo tricky na siya. So, we have to be careful. Yan, na hindi sila magpalit-palit ng arrangement. Okay. Kasi medyo tricky ito, kasi konti lang yung mga details na pinakita sa illustration. So, kung titingnan natin, which picture has the least illustration mo or least detail, na wala pa tayong naidadagdag, kasi maaring yun yung unang nangyari. So, for this one, of course, nag-start siya sa seed. So, that is the first na pwede nating ilagay. So, that's letter A. Then, yung seed, we put it on or sa ilalim, under soil, sa ilalim ng lupa, or sa ibabaw. Minsan sa ibabaw din natin siya nilalagay lang, doon pa lang pwede na. And then, after that, may tutubo na, or a seedling will grow into a small plant. Meron na siyang tutubong maliit na dahon. Ayan, so that's our C. That's our third event. And eventually, kapag naalagaan natin siya, nadiligan araw-araw, if we expose it to the sunlight, merong tamang ventilation, the last is it will grow into a healthy tree. Yay! So, our order for the first one is DBAC. Yan. O, diba? Madami naman ang tumama. Medyo may iba na nabaliktad lang, I think, yung A and B. Yan. That's the importance of looking at the important details. Yun yung sinasabi ko kanina, that we have to look at the most noticeable or the most important detail na makikita natin sa ating illustration. But I think 90% naman sa ating mga estudyante ay nakatama. So, it's DBAC po. Alright, let's have the next picture. Ayan. I think, naituro na ito sa atin, sa ating science class, which happened first in the illustration. Tingnan natin. Which happened first po? Alin dyan? Saan ba nag-start ang life cycle ng isang butterfly? May mga answer po na ABCD, CABD, ABCD, ACBD. Okay, sige lang. Comment down your answer at mamaya, let's check kung tama ba ang mga predictions sa inyo. Is it ABCD? Is it ACBC? Bakit dalawa na po yung letter C natin? Is it DBAC? Okay. Yan, medyo tricky po ba ito sa ating mga grade 2? Don't worry. Explain natin later. ABCD, according to Jill and Michaela. Okay. Well, obviously, mga bata, the life cycle of a butterfly starts with them laying eggs. So, that's our letter A. So, egg muna. Paano kapag nag-hatch na yung egg? Ano na yung sunod na mangyayari? Ano yung sunod na cycle? After letter A, it will hatch into into a caterpillar or into a larva. So, that's our letter B. And then, yung ating larva, syempre, ang gagawin niya is kakain siya ng kakain, magpapalakas, tutulog ng tulog, kakain ng kakain, until such time that the caterpillar or will make or create its own cocoon. Yan. At magto-turn siya into a pupa. So, that's our letter C. That's our third event. At after ng ilang araw pa, makalipas ang ilang araw, that pupa will now emerge into a beautiful butterfly. So, ang correct order po natin is A, B, C, D. Yehey! Tama. Very good po yung mga nag-answer ng A, B, C, D. At yung iba naman, it's okay. Kaya nga po tayo nakikinig ng tutorial session para mai-correct natin kung may mga nalilito tayong part. So, again, the correct sequence po for this picture is A, B, C, D. Good job. Okay. The third picture. Ayan. Look at the illustration. Ang saya nito. Alam nyo ba, nung elementary si Ma'am Jennifer, sumasali ako sa mga ganyan. Ano po ba yan? Which one happened first? Para ma-answer natin to mga bata, mag-start tayo dito sa taas. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Which happened first in the picture? Ayan. Again, ang una, syempre, it will all start sa starting line. Yan, nakabelo pa lang. Diba? Diyan magsisimula. It's okay kung hindi nyo siya mailagay yung correct order, no? Siguro, next time ayusin ni teacher, ni Ma'am Jennifer yung next, ang sunod na pwedeng mangyari ay ayan na. So, of course, after sa starting line, so yun na yung pagtakbo nila. And then, makakarating sila sa finish line. And then, the last will be sa stage na kapag nanalo na. So, sa pinakataas po, pababa, the order is B, D, A, C. Diba? Ang galing naman ng mga bata. Kahit medyo tricky yung picture, nasagutan nyo pa rin. So, the correct order po is B, D, A, C. So, it's okay. Alam ko, medyo nalito kayo sa order ng picture natin. Pero I know, naintindihan nyo yan. Yehey! Ang galing naman. Next picture. What do we usually do when we're about to sleep na? Which do you think happened first, second, third, and last? Again, sa taas po tayo, if we're going to look at the screen, sa upper left, then upper right, then lower left, then lower right. Yan. Thank you so much for the suggestion, Ma'am Eileen. Eileen, yes, I will do that next time. Okay, what do you think happened first? So, the first thing that we do before we sleep is, of course, to brush our teeth. Yan. At kapag na-brushan natin ang teeth natin, it's time to go inside our bedroom. Punta na tayo sa bedroom natin. And then, kung may time si na mommy and daddy or si nanay or si tatay, diba, minsan binabasahan tayo ng stories or nagpe-pray muna tayo or nagkukwentuhan muna tayo before we sleep na. So, that's the last one. Okay, so the arrangement of this picture is A, D, B, C. Tama po ba kayo? A, D, B, C. Ayan, ang gagaling naman ng mga estudyante ko. Yan, correct po. Yehey! So, tama kayong lahat. You're able to sequence the events properly. And I think we're down to our last picture para sa 4 set ng sequence ng event. So, look at the illustration again, mga bata and mga mommies. Which do you think happened first, second, third, and last? Ganun pa rin po tayo. Ayan. Let's see. A, D, B, C. A, B, D, C. Okay. For this picture, well, obviously, kung wala pang nangyayari, the first is, buo pa yung vase ni mommy. Buo pa yung vase ni nanay. And then, biglang dumating ang cute green bear na naglalaro ng bola. So, that's our letter B. So, accidentally, the cute green bear kicks the ball and the ball hits the vase. Ayan na. So that's for letter C. And the last is nabasag yung vase. So medyo natakot ang ating green bear. So it's CBDA. Yan. Actually, hindi pa yan yung last. Ano kaya yung last na mangyayari dyan if we are going to predict? Sige nga. Nung nabasag na yung vase, ano kaya yung last na mangyayari? Ang last na mangyayari dyan is lalabas si nanay, si Mama Bear, at mapapagalitan ng ating baby bear. And then magsasorry si baby bear sa kanyang nagawa. Actually, that's the best ending para dito. Yan, 3. Congratulations, tama po kayo. Kung tama kayong lahat, that's a good news for me. Ibig sabihin, naintindihan yung mabuti kung paano mag-sequence ng events. And then, this time, let's try again to level up our activity by making prediction. I will be giving you a short story. This is an open-ended story. Tingnan natin. By using the clues, the details, and information sa ating story, let's try to predict what will happen next, or let's try to predict the best ending for this. Okay, basahin po ni Ma'am Jennifer ang story. Okay, listen. Arnie has a sweet tooth. She loves to eat sweets. That's the meaning. Every day, she asks her mother to prepare cakes for her snacks. She always keeps candies in her bags. However, she does not regularly brush her teeth. Yesterday, she was brought by her mom to the dentist. What do you think happened to Arnie? I am giving you 15 seconds to predict what happened to Ernie. You may comment down your answer on our comment section or write it down on your notebook. Again, yesterday she was brought by her mom to the dentist. Ano kayang nangyari? Anong nangyari kay Arnie? Sabi ni Jennifer, she had a toothache. Tingnan natin kung tama. Same with Rip, Jill, she got a tooth decay. Abby, toothache. The dentist pulled a tooth. Yan. According to Ma'am Nora Aquino. According to Megan, she has a toothache. Yan, kay Ma'am Eileen. She was in pain due to a toothache. Pwede. Diba? So, what do you think? Ano kaya ang nangyari? Bakit siya dinala sa dentist? She has a toothache and the dentist cleans her teeth. Wow, that's a good guess. She suffer a toothache. Yan. Tingnan natin kung tama ang ating mga sagot. Well, of course, when it's making prediction, and kapag sariling opinion nyo ang hiningi ni teacher, wala namang opinion dito sa mga ganitong activity. Ang mali, not unless super layo ng sagot nyo. So, this is what actually happened to Arnie. She is suffering from or she is having a toothache. Yehey! So, tama po kayo. Lahat kayo I think tama sa inyong guess or prediction that Orny is suffering from a toothache, kaya po siya dinala ng kanyang mommy sa isang dentist. And how are you able to guess that? Because you have used all the important clues na ibinigay sa ating story. Diba? That's one way of sequencing a story then by making prediction on what may happen last or what will happen or what may happen at the end of the story. So, good job. Galing nyo ah. Let's have the second one. Let me read. Rowena has a very sweet voice. She sings very well. Parang si Ma'am Jennifer. Joke lang po. Every day, she attends her voice lesson. Last week, she joined a competition in their barangay. She was so happy with the results. What do you think happened to Rowena? Why was she so happy with the results? Tingnan nga po natin if you can predict. You may comment down your answer at tingnan natin kung tama ang prediction ninyo. Ano kaya ang nangyari kay Rowena? Why was she so happy with the results? According to Ma'am Nora, she wins. She won. According to Abby, nanalo ba siya? She won the contest. Nanalo kaya siya sa tingin nyo? Bakit magaling ba daw siya? Sabi ba sa clue natin magaling siyang kumanta? Nandyan ba yon? She won, she wins. Yeah, tingnan natin. She will win on the contest according to Mr. Mark. She won. Yes, sana all na nanalo. Michaela, she won. Okay, tingnan natin. So, after seeing the result, Rowena was happy. So, maaring, ang prediction natin, Rowena won the competition! Yay! Good job! I think tama kayong lahat. Well, obviously naman, nakalagay sa ating story that she has a very sweet voice. She sings very well, so it's not impossible for Rowena to win the competition. At ang isa pa, na nagpalakas ng ating ending, ng ating guess kung bakit siya nanalo is that she was so happy with the results. Of course, wala naman sigurong nanalo na hindi masaya. 'Di ba? Lahat ng kalimitan yung mga nananalo, especially when they did their best, they have done everything for the competition, they are very happy kapag nanalo sila. So, I'm also very happy kasi halos lahat ng sagot nyo ay tama. Yay! Yay daw, sabi ni Euros Jose Laurente. She won. So, very good. Congratulations. I think ang gagaling ninyong lahat. Yan. Medyo malungkot ako kasi we are already in the summary or almost end part ng ating lesson, but we will do the summary by answering this activity. So in your notebook or in the comment section, complete the paragraph by selecting the appropriate answers from the given choices. Okay. So let me read the choices in our box. We have relationship, predictions, and sequencing. Again, kukumpletuhin natin ang paragraph na ito by selecting the appropriate answer. Let me read first. Blank, a story, refers to the ability to determine the first event, the second event, the third event, and so on and so forth. Meanwhile, predicting a story is an important comprehension strategy. One may make blank by establishing the blank between words, ideas, and their pictures in a given story. So, if you really listened kay Ma'am Jennifer kanina, diniscuss ko ito kanina. Diba? Masasagutan yung mabuti. So, sige nga. I am giving you 15 seconds to answer this last activity as our summary. Pwede nyo ilagay ang numbers 1, 2, 3. 1, your answer. 2, your answer. And 3, your answer. Yan. According to Abby, sequencing, predictions, relationship. Ayan. Sequencing, predictions, relationship. Tingnan natin kung tama yan. Basahin natin yung ibang comments. You know what? I'm really glad and I'm really surprised that you are getting into this kind of tutorial, in this kind of session kasi kita ko kung gaano kayo ka-active. Yan. Sana everyday ganyan kayo. Especially kapag kausap ninyo ang mga teachers niyo, kapag may mga online classes kayo. Yan. According to Jill, it's sequencing, relationship, predictions. According to Amber, number 1 daw is sequencing. Sabi ni Ren, sana all matalino. Actually, Renz, lahat naman tayo marunong. Yung mga matatalino kasi, nag-start sila by listening to their teachers. Kailangan lang medyo masipag tayong mag-aral para hindi man tayo maging sobrang talino. Well, lumaki tayo na smart tayo. Marunong tayong sumunod sa mga instructions, marunong tayong magbasa. But don't worry, Renz. Okay, since nakita ko na madami na sa inyo ang tama, let's answer. For number 1, the correct answer is Yan, you are right. Sequencing a story refers to the ability to determine the first event, the second event, the third event, and so on and so forth. Basically, sequencing a story is being able to identify the different parts or components of a story or of a certain event. So, kung tama ang sagot ninyo, 1 point kayo para dito. Next, meanwhile, predicting a story is an important comprehension strategy. One may make blank. Ano kayang pwede nating gawin? Correct. One may make predictions by establishing of course, the last choice is relationship. One may make predictions by establishing the relationship between words, ideas, and their pictures in a given story. Yehey! Tama ako! Wow, sabi nila. Yay, tama ako. Bakit sad si Jillian? Bakit hu? It's okay, Jillian. Okay, so ang tamang answers natin, number 1, sequencing, number 2, predictions, and number 3, relationship. Palakpakan nyo ang inyong mga sarili kung tama kayo. Yan. Okay, mukhang tama naman. Sabi ni Renz, sa math lang po ako matalino. Wow, turuan mo si Ma'am Jennifer sa math, Renz. Mali ako sa dalawa. It's okay, Tanya. It's okay. Pwede pang bumawi. Megan, tama ako. So, good job. Lagi niyong tatandaan itong definition na ito ng sequencing of story, definition of predictions, kasi halos habang buhay niyo nang magagamit yan. Okay, do you have any question kay Ma'am Jennifer? Teacher, isa lang ang tama ko. It's okay, at least may tama ka, di ba? Hi, Art Matthew. Mali po ako. That's okay, Art Matthew. Caroline, predictions. Mario, tama. Teacher, tama ako. Yay, congratulations, Mario. Okay. So, do you have any question kay Ma'am Jennifer? What grade is this? This is English 2 po, for grade 2. Kindly tell me. Yan. Anyway, meron itong replay po mamaya. Siguro after ng English grades 1 to 5 po, magkakaroon ng replay. So, kung hindi napanood ng mga friends nyo, ng mga classmates nyo, pwede nyong isend sa kanila yung link. Especially po sa mga GC, para mapanood nila. Alright, so that would be all for our tutorial session this afternoon. Thank you so much for listening to me. Yan. Thank you so much for listening. If you have any question, please feel free to message me on my Facebook account. My name is Ma'am Jennifer, or pwede rin naman sa DepEd TV channel English 2 class, or pwede nyo akong i-email sa aking DepEd account, jennifer.desus@deped.gov.ph. Kung meron kayong mga clarifications or kung meron kayong mga questions na gusto nyong matulungan ko kayo for English 2, pwede nyo ako i-message. Wow, thank you so much. Nothing daw. Thank you. Wala na silang question. Oy, natutuwa si Euros Jose. Sabi niya, so funny. Yan. Sana may natutunan kayo from me, Ma'am Jennifer. I'll see you again next week. And again, yung sinabi ko, next week po, sa ating English 2, pipili ako ng 3 most active students, whether mga bata yan or magulang. And then, bibigyan ko kayo ng free load na pwede nyong magamit the whole week para manood kayo ng mga tutorial sessions. So, ipamalita nyo yan sa mga friends niyo, i-share nyo ang link ng ETULay, i-like nyo ang page ng Edtech Unit, ayan, para mapili ko kayo next week, diba? Malaking bagay yon kasi po pwede nyong magamit yon for your continuous tuning in sa ating tutorial session. Sabi ni Jerlyn Vana, ang ganda pong mag-aral. Thank you so much, Jerlyn. Napaka-sweet mo naman. Yes, thank you so much. So, I am now calling my friend, Sir Madge. Are you still there? Congratulations to us, according to Megan. Yes, congratulations. Freeload daw, sabi. Don't worry. Next week. Mhm. Thank you also. Again, tandaan ninyo yung mga lessons and techniques na binigay ko sa inyo from looking at, from identifying action words in a sentence, from making predictions or describing a certain illustration, di ba? Yan. So, marami nagpi-please. Ako po, may test pa.
Wow,
Hello po,
exciting
Sir
naman.
Madge.
Exciting
Yes.
naman. Exciting naman ang mga susunod na session natin, Ma'am Jennifer. Pero
Yan
I
po.
believe magkakaroon tayo ng parang break. I'm not sure pa kung kailan natin yan i-announce, pero we look forward na meron tayong kumbaga sem break na tinatawag. So
Mm,
um yep, so by next week I think ang ano natin ay more on the reading remediation and iba pang mga activities para sa ating mga learners. So marami rin tayong mga storytelling na sessions
yan.
dahil
Na dapat
every morning. Yes, Miss Jennifer. Alam ko magaling mag-storytelling si Ma'am Jennifer.
po. Madami tayong mga guro. Actually, halos lahat, sir, ng mga guro magaling sa storytelling. We were born to tell stories sa ating mga estudyante. Tama po, sir?
Yes, I couldn't agree more. So at naniniwala ako doon na talagang magagaling na storytellers ang ating mga teachers kasi importante yan para ang ating mga learners, even kayo mga bata, na
Mm.
mag-practice din kayo kung paano kayo mag-storytelling or magde-deliver ng isang story. So,
Mhm.
ayan. So talaga
Ayun, sir.
exciting ang mga susunod. Yes, ma'am.
Maganda yun kasi yung last lesson namin for English 2 is sequencing event. So, I think magagamit nila yan ngayong sem break nila habang nakikinig sila ng story sa ating mga storytellers. They'll be able to retell the story using their own words
Yes.
and using their own sequence sa kanilang mga kapatid or sa kanilang mga friends. So, di ba, magagamit nila yung lesson namin this afternoon.
Exactly. So, tsaka yung na-message mo na parang magpe-predict ka ng
Mm.
outcome, parang inferring or
Yes
magdo-draw
po.
ka ng conclusion. So, yun ano, nakakatuwa yan na maging practice at maging ah ma ma-develop sa mga bata yung kanilang critical thinking na mag-isip na ano kaya ang mangyayari sa story? Ano kayang pwedeng mangyari? What if? What if? Mga ganong question, Ma'am Jennifer.
Yan. Yes po. At diyan magagaling ang mga bata kasi nakita ko kanina, ang galing nila sa mga answers nila. Nakikinig talaga sila and they really try to think critically dun sa mga events. Kahit medyo tricky na yung yung story or yung question, tama pa rin yung answer nila. Yun po. So thank you so much po for tuning in to my class.
Yeah, so again, we would like to thank Ma'am Jennifer, Tutor Jennifer, for spending her time with us, for our learners to learn English too. And this, again, it's the end of our second quarter, Ma'am Jennifer.
Yes
Kalain mo
po.
yon,
Yeah.
nakatapos tayo ng isang second quarter. Pwede ba, Ma'am, Ma'am Jennifer, pwede ba nating i-recall ano-ano ba yung mga naging topics natin for second quarter?
We started, sir, by describing an illustration po. So
Mm-mm.
and then yung second week po is medyo connected din doon, making predictions na po ng illustration. Yun, parang I think nag-run siya for 4 weeks yung about illustration po. And then reading tayo ng CVC, kung natatandaan nyo po. And then
Yes, yes.
last week po, identifying action words. And then for the last week, ngayong hapon, sequencing events and still making predictions po, sir.
Wow. So again, we your tutors expect na mayroon kayong marami kayong natutuhan sa ating mga tutors, lalo na kay Ma'am Jennifer na magagamit
Yay.
ninyo. So napansin ninyo mga bata, nagtatagalog tayo pero English ang lesson. We're doing this para mas maunawaan ninyo, with
Mhm.
much ma-appreciate ninyo ang English language. Tama ba, Ma'am Jennifer?
Yes po, kasi we cannot do something na hindi pa tayo ganun ka-prepared. So, better be expert first on our language, on our dialect, which is Filipino or Tagalog. Tapos, kapag sobrang galing na natin dito, that's the time that we could level up our understanding by mastering naman the universal language, which is English. So, maganda rin yung
Yes.
parang bilingual tayo, bilingual learning and teaching.
Yes. So with that, Ma'am Jennifer, thank you so
Hey,
much. And
hey!
we learned a lot sa iyong session. And again, thank you and see you sa third grading.
Okay po. Thank you so much. And please don't forget to watch then our episodes sa ating DepEd TV na pwede nyong mapanood sa IBC 13 at sa DepEd YouTube account po. Pakicheck nyo. Kung may mga previous episodes kayo na hindi napanood, pwede nyo siyang balikan. Okay, so again, bye-bye mga bata. Thank you for listening. I am Ma'am Jennifer, your friendly learning partner in understanding English here on ETULay. Bye-bye po!
Sigurado ako na marami ka na namang natutuhan sa ating ETULay tutorial session ngayong araw. Tandaan, ito ay hindi lamang para sa ating mga mag-aaral, kundi pati rin sa ating mga minamahal na guro at mga magulang na kaagapay natin para maituloy ang pagkatuto sa kabila ng nararanasang pandemya. Patuloy ding sumubaybay sa DepEd TV para sa mga araling ginawang video episodes. Mapapanood ito mula Lunes hanggang Sabado, alas 7 ng umaga hanggang alas 7 ng gabi sa inyong mga telebisyon. Abangan bukas mula alauna ng tanghali ang iba pang aralin sa ating ETULay free online tutorial session sa Filipino. I-like and subscribe at manatiling nakasubaybay sa ating ETULay tutorial session sa DepEd Edtech Unit FB page at Educational Technology Unit channel sa YouTube at sa DepEd Tayo at DepEd Philippines social media accounts. Paalam!
Magandang araw, Sir Wilbur po, at your service. Narito ang ETULay upang gabayan ka sa inyong pag-aaral upang lubos na maunawaan ang iba't ibang paksa o subject. Ang ETULay ay isang free online tutorial class na pinangungunahan ng ICT's Educational Technology Unit sa pamumuno ni Undersecretary Elaine Del B. Pascua. Ang programang ito ay hindi lamang para sa mga bata, kundi ito rin ay magsisilbing gabay sa mga magulang at mga guro kung paano nila ituturo o gagabayan sa bawat asignatura ang kanilang mga anak o mga estudyante. Sa kasalukuyan, ang self-learning module mula sa rehiyon ng Calabarzon at kilala sa tawag na pivot ang ginagamit sa ating ETULay online class. Kaya ano pang hinihintay ninyo? Ihanda na ang inyong mga ballpen o lapis, papel o kwaderno at samahan kaming itulay ang pagkatuto para sa bawat batang Pilipino. Sama-sama tayong magtutulungan para malampasan ang mga hamon sa panahong ito. Halina't matuto kasama ang inyong online tutor sa oras na ito.
Hello! It's nice to see all of you. Hello to our teachers, parents, and learners all over the nation. Today, right at this moment, you're going to learn correct grammar and pronunciation. This is Tutor May, your English teacher tutor here on ETULay. Today, I will be teaching English 3. But for those who aren't in third grade but would love to know how sounds and words are made, you can tune in and be one of our learning mates. So, what are you waiting for? Ready your pen, paper, and your module. Most importantly, ready your hearts, your minds, and your ears. This is English 3. All right, before we start, may I greet some people in our comment section? Let me greet Jasmine Rian Gonzalez. She's watching from Cabuyao, Laguna, Southville Elementary School. Hi, Jasmine. And I know Jasmine is one of our avid watchers here on ETULay. There's also Annalena Eusebio Blancaflor, Hans Henneth Tabirao, Marlene Mendoza, Mangulat Bushon, and Nadine Ferrer. Okay, so let me share to you my lesson for today. Okay, can we now project our lesson, sir? It's already here. Okay, so while watching or while waiting for my presentation to be projected, I would also like to greet Jasmine Ocasio Gonzalez. She said, watching here, she is a supportive parent of DepEd ETULay from Southville 1 Elementary School of Cabuyao, Laguna. All right, there's my PowerPoint presentation. Okay, so we will continue our Smart Reader Week with this topic, distinguishing fact from opinion and knowing sources of information. Okay, so last week, I asked you to send pictures to me, and from those pictures, I will choose the Smart Reader of the Week. And the Smart Reader of the Week is Prince Emmanuel Salazar. O ayan, yung picture niya, no? He was really watching DepEd ETULay. Okay, so thank you, Prince Emmanuel Salazar, for sending to me your picture. I really appreciate it when students are participating in all the sessions of ETULay. Okay, so because our topic will be about facts and opinion and sources of information, this will be our learning objectives. Okay, so for today, this will be our learning objectives. First, identify sentences of fact and opinion. Oh, then differentiate a statement of fact from a statement of opinion. Third, recognize sources of information. Fourth, match sources of information based on purpose and scenario. And the last objective will be consider the importance of distinguishing a fact from an opinion and knowing sources of information. I forgot to put in my PowerPoint presentation the rules we have to abide. First, please make sure that our comment section will be learner centered. Please avoid making comments that are not about the lesson for today. And second, have fun while learning with me. Okay, so let's start. Let's have first a review of our past lesson. Can you help me recall the lesson that we had last week? So you have a clue there. It's making blank and drawing blank. Can you help me remember the lesson last week? Please comment your answer in the comment section. What do you think? Or I actually forgot. What was the lesson last week? Can you help me remember? For those who have tuned in, or for those who tuned in last week, can you help me recall the lesson that we had last week? You have there the clue, making blank and drawing blank. Okay, habang nagre-remember pa tayo, I would like to reach Charmaine Bandoy Maravillas and Evelyn Castro. Okay, sige, I am waiting for that somebody that can help me to remember our lesson last week. What was the lesson last week? Making blank and drawing blank. Making, and then the second word starts with I, and drawing, the next word starts with C. What do you think was the lesson last week? Opinion and facts? No, I am asking about the lesson last week. Oh, according to Michi Cones, it's making inferences and drawing conclusions. Very good. That was the lesson last week. So let's recall the lesson. An inference is when we are making an inference, we are using clues and adding those that we already know to make sense and meaning. While drawing conclusion, it is when we are making decisions or judgments based on information learned. O ayan, humabol po si Chino Jaime Samonte. No, tama po. That is our lesson last week. Okay, so let's continue reviewing by having these questions. Okay, so the directions are make an inference or a conclusion based on the picture. Now we will make an inference with we will make an inference by answering this question. Why do you think the girl is staying up late? Okay, look at the picture and tell me the reason she is staying up late. What do you think? Okay, there are many reasons that could be Inference and conclusion. Oh, same answers. Okay. What do you think is the reason she is staying up late? There could be a lot of reasons, right? But what do you think? Why do you think she is staying up late? Okay. Oh, according to Daisy Jewel Magbanwa, she is looking at the many stars at night. Okay, that's a good inference. Sabi naman ni Nora Kino, she is watching shooting stars. Okay, I think I have the same answer with you. No, almost the same answer with you. My answer is the girl is staying up late because she wants to see a shooting star. Ayun, no? Meron po akong mga kaparehas ng sagot. Very good. But it doesn't mean na magkaiba tayo ng sagot, your answer is incorrect. Remember, when we are making inferences, we are using our knowledge of the world or our past experiences. Now, as long as your answer is connected to the picture, that is still considered correct. Next, let's make a conclusion by answering this question naman. Upon seeing a shooting star, what do you think the girl will do? Since you can see in the picture that there is a shooting star, upon seeing that shooting star, what do you think the girl will do? Mm-hmm. What will she do? Oh, according to Eisen, walang sumbat, she is going to make a wish. Okay? Or, sabi nga rin ni Chino Jaime Samonte, the girl is making a wish or she will wish for something according to Marlene Mendoza Manguat. Okay, let's see if that is correct. My conclusion, I think, is similar with your answers. I said the girl will say a wish on a shooting star. And diba, we have this belief that when we wish on a shooting star, that wish will come true. Okay, let's have one more. Okay, so you see this picture. What does the boy feel after accidentally hitting the vase? Okay, look at the details in the picture and tell me your answer for this question. Ano kayang mararamdaman niya? Mukhang hindi naman niya sinasadya, di ba? Na basagin or mabasag yung vase. So what would he feel? Let's see. Ano kayang mararamdaman niya? Nora said, he will feel afraid. Oo, no, kapag nakakabasag tayo ng mga bagay na hindi naman natin sinasadya, no, natatakot tayo. Sabi naman ni Chino Jaime Samonte, the boy would feel worried and scared. Okay, let's see if I have the same answer. Okay, I said, he feels guilty because he did not mean to break the vase. Aside from being scared and afraid, no, sometimes when we do things that we do not really intend to do, we feel guilty about it. Okay? So, ayun. Now, let's make a conclusion with this question. It's still based on the picture that you can see on the screen. What do you think the boy will do with the broken piece of the vase on the floor? Since you can see the broken pieces here, what do you think will he do? Okay? With these pieces on the floor. What will he do with those pieces? Okay? So humabot si Michiko, sabi niya kanina, dun sa first question ng inference, the boy will be scared because his mother will be mad. Oo, no? Lalo na yan. Pag ang nanay na ang nagalit kasi nakabasag tayo, nakakatakot talaga. Okay? Sabi ni Heavenly, Nora Kino said, he will sweep those pieces. He will clean the floor, okay? And sabi ni Eisen, he will get the pieces and tell her mom. Okay, very good yun, no? Tell her mom the truth. Huwag tayo magsisinungaling, no? I think I also have the same conclusion. I said, the boy will carefully pick up the broken pieces of the vase so he will not get hurt. No, dahan-dahan niyang pupulutin kasi nga naman those pieces are sharp. And I would also like to to notice yung answer ni Aisen na the boy will tell the truth to his mom. No, very good yun. No, we must be really honest, or we must be honest no matter what the situation is. Okay, so for the first and second item, We have pictures to tell us the clues and the details. How about if I have just a passage? Okay, I will read to you a passage. And it says here, the rain poured heavily last night, and Mika got soaked in the rain. On the next day, Mika was not answering from her room, even though her mother had called her 3 times to eat breakfast. Okay, titingnan natin, no? What probably happened to Mika? Ayun, nag-thank you si Aisen. You're welcome, Aisen, no? It just shows how active you are and you're really listening. Okay? So here, noting na natin, no? Based on the passage, what probably happened to Mika? Why was she not answering from her room? Sabi ni Chino Jaime sa Monte, sorry, Nika got sick. Tingnan natin if we have the same inference. Okay, very good, Nika. Sabi din ni Marlene Mendoza, manguyat, she probably has fever. Okay, no, halos parehas tayo or related yung mga answers natin. My inference is Mika was sick and could not get up from her bed. Kaya kahit anong tawag ng nanay niya, hindi siya makasagot because she is sick. Because she was soaked in the rain last night. Okay, now we will have a conclusion with this question. What do you think the action of Mika's mom will be? Dahil nga hindi sumasagot si Mika, even though she was calling Mika for 3 times already. Ano kayang gagawin ni mommy? Diba? Tingnan natin. Ano kayang gagawin ni mommy? Ayaw sumagot ni Mika from her room. So what do you think, Mika's mom? What do you think is the action of Mika's mom from this situation? Let's see. Sabi ni Marlene, she will give her medicine, no? Dahil nga na-infer niya, baka may sakit yung anak ko. Okay, sige. So, bibigyan ko siya ng gamot. Sabi ni Isis, she will get the key, no? Baka nakalock daw yung room ni Mika. Okay, pwede rin yun. Okay, so let me tell you my statement of conclusion based on the following scenario. So, I said, Mika's mom will go into Mika's room and will check on her. And probably will give her medicine if Mika's mom would see that Mika is sick. Okay. O, ayan. Halos para-parehas tayo ng sagot. Sabi nga ni Mark Platon, mom will be worried and she will bring in the doctor. Okay, pwede naman yun kasi may sakit, so you will call for the doctor. Okay, now, no, so ibig sabihin, kaya na natin gumawa ng inferences and also, kaya na rin natin magawa ng conclusion because your answers are related to my answers. I think it's okay and it's an appropriate time for us to move on to our next lesson. Okay? So let's play first 2 facts and an opinion. So parang ano siya, para siyang yung two truths and a lie. So pero ginawa natin siyang 2 facts and an opinion. So paano ba lalaroin itong larong ito? So tell which among the 3 sentences are facts and is an opinion. So I will be giving you 3 sentences, then identify the sentences of facts and tell me yung sentence that tells an opinion. So in the comment section, you will comment F for fact, then the number of those sentences, and O for opinion, and then the number of the sentence that you think is an opinion. Okay? Ready na ba? Okay? This is how you will comment, ha? F, fact, the number of those sentences, and O, the number of that sentence that tells an opinion. Okay, game na raw, sabi ni Marlene Mendoza. Okay, I am excited to give you this game. Okay, let's start. Okay, I have 3 sentences here. Let me read. Number 1, reading Harry Potter never bores me at all. Second, the Harry Potter series is among the top-selling books of all time. 3, one of the Harry Potter books is in the encyclopedias for being the most sold novel within a day. Okay, ayun, ang dami nang nag-game. Already na raw sila. Now tell me, no, alin dyan yung sentences na fact, alin naman dyan yung sentence na opinion. Okay, sabi ni Daisy Jewel Magbanwa, factual sentences are 1 and 2. So probably ang sagot niya yung opinion yung 3. Okay. Oh, let me look at the answers pa. Okay? Sabi ni Chino Jaime Samonte at ni Annalena Eusebio Blanca Flor, yung first statement, yung opinion. So based on their comments, siguro yung factual sentences would be 2 and 3. O, tingnan natin, no? Let's check if that is correct. No? Tama ba? Oh, actually, yes, you are correct pala. Ako rin naguluhan. Okay, tama naman, no? Those yung sentences that are factual are actually number 2 and number 3. Tapos number 1 naman yung ating opinion. Bakit kaya, no? Let's see, no? Bakit yung 2 and 3 sila yung mga factual sentences and bakit yung 1 it's a sentence of opinion? So ito yung sagot. No, because according to the Nielsen book scan, no, dun sa top 10 selling books of all time, nandoon yung Harry Potter. Actually, halos lahat ng libro, no, ng Harry Potter, it's in the top 10. And according to Guinness World Records, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, one of the books there, no, is the fastest selling fiction book in 24 hours. So, 2 and 3 they are factual sentences because we can prove, no, according to many sources, that they are actually true. Okay? Sa mga nagtatanong po kung ano pong grade ito, you can look at the slide nakalagay ko sa taas. It's English 3. Okay, thank you Michiko for answering those queries for me. Okay? Meron pa, no, let's try this one. Okay? So as I have number 1, a logophile is a person who loves to read dictionaries. 2, I think reading electronic newspapers is better than reading news on paper. 3, the internet allows people to read the news every time. So ano kaya sa tingin nyo dyan? Yung facts at ano dyan ang opinion? Tingnan natin ha. Ano kaya dyan ang facts at ano dyan ang opinion? Okay? O yung iba siguro talagang, sabi ni Marley nun, eto na naman, ang galing, ang bilis. No? Sabi niya, yung 1 and 3 are factual statements, while 2 is an opinion. Okay, let's see. Tingnan natin kung tama yun, no? Kung tama ang inyong answers, no? I think si Marlene tsaka si Reggie parehas ng sagot. So let's verify, no? Let's see. Tama sila, no? 1 and 3 are factual sentences while 2 is an opinion, no? Let's see, bakit ba number 2 is an opinion? Sabi ni Marlene, because number 2 shows his opinion. Also because of the word I think sa palagay niya, okay? Later on, let's discuss, no? Paano nagiging fact ang isang sentence at paano nagiging opinion. Okay, let's see. Bakit ba 1 and 3, these are factual statements? According to the Cambridge Dictionary, a logophile is a person who loves words and language. So probably that person would love to read dictionaries. And you can really read news on the internet because if you will just search the word news here, no, ang daming lalabas na different news platforms. So really, 1 and 3 are factual sentences. Now let's have another set of sentences. So we have 1, a magazine is a collection of articles and images on various topics and interests. 2, the oldest Tagalog magazine in the country is the Liwayway magazine. And 3, reading journals for my homework is the hardest thing I have done in my life. Sabi ni ma'am, nagkamali daw siya. O wag pong mag-worry kung nagkamali, no? Tayo-tayo. Tapos, syempre, the purpose naman of ETULay is for us to learn, no? And mistakes are ways for us to learn. So, wag matakot magkamali, no? As long as you are recognizing your mistakes and you know that you will improve next time, okay lang yon. Okay? Balik tayo dito. Alin kaya dyan yung factual sentences and alin dito yung opinion? Sabi ni Michiko Ness, no? Yung 1 and 2 facts daw yon. Yung 3 opinion. Okay? Tingnan natin kung tama si Michiko, kung tama rin si Chino, at kung tama rin si ni Ria. Okay, tingnan natin ha. Okay. Sana, you are correct, okay? The first and second sentences, if those are factual sentences, while the third one is an opinion. O, tingnan natin, no? Bakit yung 1 and 2 facts sila, okay? So, as you can see, this is a picture of a magazine stand. Magazines have articles and images on various topics and interests talaga, di ba? Everything under the sun, they could be featured on magazines, no? Like fashion tips, how to have an effective diet, how to manage your weight, all of these things, all of these topics, they could be featured by by a magazine. Okay? O, dun naman sa Liwayway, it's true because according to Google Arts and Culture, Liwayway is the oldest Tagalog magazine in the country. They started publishing in 1922. As you can see in the picture, no, sobrang luma ng magazine, and you can see there an American soldier and a Filipina girl. Okay? So, let's have this question based on everything that we did, no, based on the game, no? Yan, medyo nagkakaproblema ako dun sa PowerPoint. Ayaw lumipat. What do you think is a fact? Now, based on everything that we did, no? Dahil nag-select kayo ng factual sentences and nag-select din kayo ng sentences that you think are opinions, what do you think is a fact? Ano kaya yung fact? 'Di ba? And if you can see kanina, no, pag nagsasabi tayo kung ano yung mga sentences na fact, nagve-verify tayo ng sources. Eh, based on those, ano kaya ang isang fact? Okay, sabi ni Marlene, fact has basis. We can also look for references about it. That is actually a good observation. Okay, so hello po, Guadagwan Fabio, watching from Tagaytay. Okay, so sabi rin ni Chino Jaime, fact is something that can be proven to be true. O, tingnan natin kung tama yun. I think parehas tayo ng sagot, no? A fact is a statement that is based on information or details that can be proven. Okay, parehas kami ng kasagot halos. O, sabi pa ni Michiko, fact can be proven by searching or going to the library. Okay, tama rin yun. Okay? So, let me define to you what a fact is. It's a statement that is based on information or details that can be proven. So, we have examples here. Manila is the capital city of the Philippines. We can prove that using the map, right? Or just searching on the internet. Second, Malacanang Palace is the official residence of the Philippine president. Correct. And that is the counterpart of White House in America. And always remember too that a fact can be proven by looking up the information or details on different sources. So if we cannot verify it on sources of information, then it's not a fact. So importante that when we are verifying facts, we are looking or using sources of information which we will discuss further later on. At ano naman, my second question, no, what do you think is an opinion? O kanina, you have explained to me, you have helped me to know what a fact is. Ngayon naman, from all the things that we did, what do you think is an opinion? Or how do you think an opinion is different from a fact? Okay, I am looking now at the comment section. Sabi ni Martin, opinion states are feelings, personal feelings or ideas, and it doesn't have sources. O pwede yun, it is based on what we feel, it is based on our attitudes. O sabi rin ni Jasmine Rian Gonzalez, yan si Jasmine, no, lagi ko siyang nababasa every time may session. Thank you, Jasmine, for really tuning in here on ETULay. Opinion is based on judgment and it has no basis. So sabi ni Naria, and ni Nora, it is based on personal reactions and perceptions. No, halos tama kayo or halos pare-parehas tayo ng sagot. That's why your answers are correct. And let me define what an opinion is. An opinion is an expression that is based on a person's personal feelings, emotions, and perceptions. That's why, no, we have these examples. My mother's cake tastes better than any other cake. So probably his or her mother is a baker. That's why he or she can say that really his or her mother's cake is the most delicious of all. And second, I am satisfied with our barangay's response against COVID-19. Maybe his or her barangay is really efficient in managing the pandemic situation. Remember also that an opinion is based on what we like and dislike. So, pwedeng gusto mo, hindi mo gusto. Okay? That's why our opinions differ from one another. Pwedeng magkaparehas, pwedeng magkaiba, but we still have to respect each other's opinion. There's the reason opinions do not apply to everyone. Examples, kapag sinabi ko na alam mo, ang ganda ng color na black. That is my opinion. Kasi baka ikaw, hindi mo gusto ng black and your favorite color is actually red. 'Di ba? But even though we have different opinions, always remember to respect someone else's perspective and choices. Okay? So, balik tayo, no? So, ngayon, because we know what a fact and an opinion, so mag-test tayo, no? Ayun, ayaw lumipat ng aking slide. Alright. Okay. So, ayun, no? Let us see now. Ayaw niya kumilos. Wait now. Actually, after kasi netong slide na to, we will be determining, ayan na nga, lumabas na siya, di ba? Thank you. Okay, so ganun talaga pag live, nagkakaroon tayo ng technical difficulties, but it doesn't mean that we will stop our teaching and learning moment this time, okay? So you will write in the comment section F if the statement is a fact and O if it is an opinion. May I request that when you comment your answers, please put the number para hindi ako nalilito. Okay? Sabi sa number 1, nabasa na ata ni Chino. Okay, siya yung unang-unang nag-answer. Thank you, Chino. So, number 1, sampagita is more fragrant than rose. What do you think is this? Is this a fact or an opinion? Okay? So, let's see ha. Okay, sabi ni Chino, sabi ni Nolly, it's an opinion. Okay? And that is, ayun na naman. Okay, nagkakaroon ng late response. Ayan, dahil na late ang response, na-reveal ko na rin yung answer for number 2. Okay, but let me explain na lang, no, why always the answer for number 2. Sabi ko sa number 2, Christmas season is the most exciting celebration in the Philippines. It's an opinion because not everybody holds the same opinion. Baka naman sa iba, no, New Year ang most exciting celebration or Valentine's Day kasi 'di ba nakaka-receive sila ng chocolates and flowers. Okay? How about number 3? Ayan, number 3 na tayo. There are 24 hours in a day. In one day. Is it a fact or an opinion? Okay, o iba sumasagot na. Okay, let's see. It's a fact. Very good. How about number 4? There are 12 months in a year. Number 4 na tayo, ha? Okay, pasensya na sa technical difficulty. Ganun talaga pag live, no? But it doesn't mean that we will be discouraged and we will be overwhelmed by that. So sabi ni Castora Baguna, number 4 is a fact. That is correct. 12 naman talaga ang months in a year. How about number 5? Watching TV can help me with my studies. Is it a fact or an opinion? What do you think? Okay, so sabi ni Micho Kunes, it's an opinion. I think yung number 5, it's also a statement of opinion because ako personally, when I'm studying, when I used to, years ago, when I was studying, no, I would rather listen to music than watch TV. Okay, how about number 6? Mariah Carey is the best singer in the world. Is it a fact or an opinion? Okay, sabi ni Christopher, it's an opinion, okay? O malamang kasi hindi siya fan ni Mariah Carey. No, fan siya ni Celine Dion, or ni Sarah Geronimo, or ni Ariana Grande. That's why 6 is an opinion. How about number 7? Luzon is the largest island in the Philippines. Is it a fact or an opinion? 7 na po tayo. Okay? 7 is an opinion. Oh, parang I think you'd better change your answer. Sabi ni Nolly, fact. Sabi ni Nora, it's a fact too. Si Chino at si Neria at si Andre. Oh, let's see if it's a fact. That is correct because we have 3 main islands in the Philippines, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, and the largest of them all is Luzon. How about number 8? Adobo is considered as the best Filipino dish. What do you think? What do you think for this statement? Is this a statement of fact or a statement of opinion? Number 8 na tayo. Okay, 8, opinion daw. Okay, so I think mas marami ang opinion. Sabi rin ni Kenneth Tabirao. Let's see. It's really an opinion. Okay, baka kasi siya gusto niya ng adobo. Pero ako, personally, for me ha, it is my opinion, kare-kare is the best Filipino dish. So we have different opinions talaga with regard to our best Filipino dish. Number 9, pet dogs are better than cats. What do you think is this statement? Is it a fact or an opinion? Okay, sabi ni Chino, it's an opinion. Okay, so I think that is correct. No, baka itong person na to is a dog lover. No, ako naman gusto ko naman cats. No, I would say that cats are better than dogs. Pero syempre, that is just an opinion. Number 10, Philippines is known as one of the largest Catholic countries in the world. What do you think is number 10? Is it a fact or an opinion? Sabi ni Pio, it's a fact. Okay, sabi rin ni Chino, it's a fact. Let's see. Yes, no, I think it is. No, kasi number 1 and number 2 would be Brazil and Mexico. And then we will be the third largest country in the world. Okay, so tama, no? Halos lahat naman ay may tamang sagot. Pwedeng nagkakamali, pero remember that facts can be verified using different sources of information, while an opinion is based on one's attitude or personality. Ano pa ba? Pag opinion, meron tayong mga words na I think, I believe, and we also have some adjectives to describe the subject that we are talking about. Yun, no? Those would be your clues if a statement is a fact and an opinion. Okay, very good. Nice job. Now, kanina sabi natin, a fact should be checked using different sources of information. As a third graders, you should know how to use sources so that you can verify yourself whether a sentence or a statement is a fact or an opinion. Now, how could we verify a sentence? So we should know these sources. And the first source is a book. Okay, ito yung usual, di ba? Ako actually maraming book sa bahay. And why do I keep books? Because books are sources of information that present topics and chapters. Di ba yung chapters, these will be the broad topics, and then we can find specific topics based on the page number, on its page number in the book. Diba? Pero books are really helpful for us to know information. Next is a dictionary. Dictionary can be electronic or printed, especially because of the rise of the technology. No, meron tayong nakikita sa internet. Meron din tayong parang book na dictionary. So a dictionary is a collection of words which are alphabetically arranged. It also provides meanings to various word items. So probably, kung ikaw ay may hindi alam na word, you will look for the meaning in the dictionary. Third, an encyclopedia is a collection of short factual entries about various subjects or topics. Ako, I remember when I was younger, I would really read encyclopedias, lalo na during that time when internet was considered a luxury. No, talagang ang hirap magkaroon ng internet dati. That's why sikat ang encyclopedias. Why? Because encyclopedias, series yan ng books that would give all the possible information about the things around us, or pwede ring encyclopedias actually give all the information about a specific study. So example, it's about science. So everything about science nasa isang encyclopedia. Example, language. Everything about language nasa isang encyclopedia, no? So yung iba daw, dalawa lang daw yung mali, isa lang yung mali. Congratulations. Okay, third, newspaper provides discussion on updated and current issues and trends. So if you would like to know what's happening in the country, read tayo ng newspaper. Pwedeng printed din, pwedeng electronic. Fourth, we have magazine. Okay, a magazine is a collection of articles and images on various topics and interests. Ako, I chose Total Girl, and K-Zone. Kasi super favorite ko yung magazines na yun when I was younger. Okay? But everything under the sun can be featured in a magazine. Fourth, journal. A journal is a collection of articles written by scholars and researchers. If you would like to know studies done by scholarly people, then you must read a journal, diba? I think this will be the last source of information that we will be learning today. Eto, the internet allows the searching of information through a browser. Given that you have internet connection, you are connected to the web, you can search for anything using the internet. And these logos, yung Google tsaka Edge, these are the common browsers that we use to access the internet. Okay? Yun. So, we have 7 sources of information. Now, let's see, no? Let's have this learning task. Match each description in column A with a source of information in column B. Write the letters of your answers in your notebook. But this time, we will be you will be putting in your answers in the comment section. So please put the number so I will not be confused what number you are answering. Okay, number 1, collection of short factual entries. Short factual entries, around everything around us, all the information possible is in this source. What do you think? Is it A, B, C, F, or G? Sabi ni Nolly, it's encyclopedia. Tingnan natin if she is correct. Because siya yung unang nakasagot. No? Siya pa lang yung unang nakikita ko. Ayan, humabol si Andre Joseph Cuevas. G din ang kanyang sagot. Very good. How about number 2? Topics presented in chapters. Okay, what do you think is the source being described for number 2? Okay. You have chapters there. So chapters, they can be found naman, mostly in books. The right answer is number 2. The right answer for number 2 is letter A. Okay. How about number 3? Articles written by scholars or researchers. What source of information would you use? Ano kaya? Okay, let's see. Yeah. Yung iba, mas maraming tama. 3, sabi nila, it's magazine. Oh, I think you can change your answer. Number 3, D, journal. Let's see if it's journal. Very good. Okay, number 4. It is updated. It features, or it tells about updated and current issues. What source of information is this? 4. We are now on number 4. Ayan. 4, it's E. Oh, let's see. That is correct. It's a newspaper. How about number 5? Collection of articles and images. Diba? Kanina sabi ko, it features all the possible articles available. Ano kaya ito? Okay? So what do you think is the source of information described in number 5? Sabi nila it's B. Oh, let's see if it's really B. That is correct. Nice job. How about number 6? Searching information through a browser. Oh, the browser is the clue. You are using the browser if you are using the what letter for number 6? We're now on number 6. Sabi ni Chino at Annie, it's internet. Correct. How about the last number? Syempre, the last number would be it will be letter F. No? Collection of words and their meanings can be found in a dictionary. Okay? So let's have this one. No, now that you knew the sources of information, let's have these scenarios. Tingnan natin if you can still know the source of information that is appropriately used. Okay, number 1, Jesus does not know the meaning of the word pseudonym. What source of information should she use? Hindi niya raw alam yung meaning ng isang word. Ano kayang gagamitin niyang source of information? A, magazine. B, dictionary. C, newspaper or journal. Sabi ni Mark, dictionary. Parehas sila ng sagot ni Nora. Let's see. That is correct. Alright? Same answer with Neria, correct, and Tiffany. Then let's have number 2. Raymond is having a hard time looking for articles about managing his weight. What source of information would you advise him to read? Ano kaya, no? Kailangan ng magbasa ng mga information about articles about managing his weight. Ano kayang gagamitin niya? A journal, B book, C dictionary, or D magazine? Articles, ha? Articles for number 2. Sabi nila magazine. Sabi ni Marlene, magazine daw. O sabi naman ni Faith, journal. Managing his weight, ha? Okay, let's see. Sabi naman, oh, iba. Ay, sabi ni Fiona, it's letter D then. Pero I think you have varied answers. So let's reveal the correct answer. For articles about managing his weight, it would be appropriate if Raymond would read a magazine. Okay. Number 3, Christian is looking for different studies. Studies would be your clue this time about recycling waste. A or an blank is the source of information that he must use. Ano kayang gagamitin niya for number 3? If you'd like to know studies about recycling waste. All right, let's see. See, journal. I think Chino is correct for number 3. Let's see. Kung tama nga talaga siya? Yes, because your clue there is studies about recycling wastes, no? And probably we can infer that he is a student. That's why he needs to read studies about this topic, recycling wastes. Number 4, habol tayo. Daniel has a phone connected to the internet and is, I think the answer is given for this time because he is already connected to the internet, and the source of information that is to be used is definitely letter B because it's already said in the question. Now let's have number 5. No, meron pa naman tayong number 5. Chris, ayun nga, nagkakaroon ng difficulty, okay? Number 5, Chris is a big fan of galaxies and stars. He wants to know every possible celestial body. What source of information is appropriate for him? Okay, since he wants to know all the possible information about galaxies and stars, the right source of information to be used is an encyclopedia. Okay, pero he can also use the internet. Okay, so I hope that you have the sense of the different sources of information and how they will be used under certain scenarios and certain purposes. Remember that smart readers do not just take things as they are. They analyze whether they are reading facts or opinions because they value the truthfulness of ideas. Okay. To know how true an idea is, smart readers use different sources of information depending on how and why they will use an information. So remember, information is really important nowadays. We must be analytical. We must be critical in judging whether something or an information is factual or it's just an opinion. For us to test that, we have to use different sources of information. Okay, so as we will end the session, we will also search for the smart reader of the week. So take a picture of you watching our episode for today and tell me why you are a smart reader. Like Prince kanina, you can send your picture and tell me why you are a smart reader. Send your picture and your message to my FB account, May Sevilla, and the chosen smart reader will be announced next Tuesday. Okay? So wag pong kakalimutan, no, we will still have a session next Tuesday. I think that is the end of our session for today. So please do not forget to tune in for the other episodes of ETULay. Next will be Grade for English, so please stay right there and tune in. I would like to greet and I would like to say thank you, no, to those people who are really tuning here in ETULay. No, thank you po sa inyong suporta and thank you po for your appreciation. I would like to greet all the viewers around the Philippines, especially those who are watching in Abota City, all the teachers in Kaunlaran High School, and to our dear principal, Dr. Cristina Castillo Miglat. That's it, and have a nice day. See you again, third graders.
Sigurado ako na marami ka na namang natutuhan sa ating ETULay tutorial session ngayong araw. Tandaan, ito ay hindi lamang para sa ating mga mag-aaral, kundi pati rin sa ating mga minamahal na guro at mga magulang na kaagapay natin para maituloy ang pagkatuto sa kabila ng nararanasang pandemya. Patuloy ding sumubaybay sa DepEd TV para sa mga araling ginawang video episodes. Mapapanood ito mula Lunes hanggang Sabado, alas 7 ng umaga hanggang alas 7 ng gabi sa inyong mga telebisyon. Abangan bukas mula alauna ng tanghali ang iba pang aralin sa ating ETULay free online tutorial session sa Filipino. I-like and subscribe at manatiling nakasubaybay sa ating ETULay tutorial session sa DepEd Edtech Unit FB page at Educational Technology Unit channel sa YouTube at sa DepEd Tayo at DepEd Philippines social media accounts. Paalam!
Magandang araw, Sir Wilbur po, at your service. Narito ang ETULay upang gabayan ka sa inyong pag-aaral upang lubos na maunawaan ang iba't ibang paksa o subject. Ang ETULay ay isang free online tutorial class na pinangungunahan ng DepEd Educational Technology Unit sa pamumuno ni Undersecretary Elaine Del B. Pascua. Ang programang ito ay hindi lamang para sa mga bata, kundi ito rin ay magsisilbing gabay sa mga magulang at mga guro kung paano nila ituturo o gagabayan sa bawat asignatura ang kanilang mga anak o mga estudyante. Sa kasalukuyan, ang self-learning module mula sa rehiyon ng Calabarzon at kilala sa tawag na pivot ang ginagamit sa ating ETULay online class. Kaya ano pang hinihintay ninyo? Ihanda na ang inyong mga ballpen o lapis, papel o kwaderno at samahan kaming itulay ang pagkatuto para sa bawat batang Pilipino. Sama-sama tayong magtutulungan para malampasan ang mga hamon sa panahong ito. Halina't matuto kasama ang inyong online tutor sa oras na ito.
Hello, good afternoon to all the parents, teachers, and learners all over the Philippines watching us live through DepEd Edtech Unit, DepEd Tayo, DepEd Philippines Facebook pages, and DepEd TV YouTube channel. We are on our 8th week for English 4, and we are using the Pivot 4A Calabarzon English Grade 4 Self-Learning Module. So be ready with your modules, learners, with your paper, your pen or pencil as we journey in the amazing world of English 4. As we go on with our tutorial this afternoon, you can comment down your answers sa mga activities natin, and we are going to read those comments as we go along. And of course, before we start, let me greet all the special science class pupils of E.B. Magalona Elementary School, of course with our English teacher, Sir Jofel Francis Balagos, and with our very supportive principal, Sir Rufino L. Delfin Jr. Hello po sa inyong lahat. Hello everyone. All right, so let's begin. So, what are the experiences? What are the experiences? I want you to recall your experiences that you find memorable or memories of the past, like birthday celebrations, mga time na sinurprise ka ng mama mo at papa mo, na may cake silang dala, then you, nung gumising ka, may party na para sa'yo. And how do you think will you express the memories or the thoughts and actions that you've had in the past? So you need to use past tense of verbs in describing your experiences in the past. So in this lesson, you are expected to use the past form of regular and irregular verbs. All right. So this time, let us read this selection. Mary's lamb. I want you to read with me. Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. He followed her to school one day. that was against the rule. It made the children laugh and play to see a lamb at school. Again, let us read all together. Mary's lamb. Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow. And everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. He followed her to school one day. That was against the rule. It made the children laugh and play to see a lamb at school. All right. So in this selection, we have here underlined and highlighted words such as had, was, went, followed, and made. So these are what we call verbs. Pero anong klaseng verbs sila? These are verbs in past forms. All right, so let's begin. So the regular verbs, follow in this table. We have here two in the left part of the table. In the column 1, we have here regular verb, which is follow, and irregular verbs on the second column. We have here, for the regular verbs, we have follow, and then its past tense is followed. So if you can notice, followed is the regular verb follow formed its past tense by just adding ed on and sa hulihan. And then on the other hand, irregular verbs from their past tense change naman. For example, have. It's have and has. We have here had, go, went, be, was, make, made. So that's it. Next. So before we start, let us begin with the learning task number 1. If you are ready with learning task number 1, please comment down ready. Right? Hello po, watching from Calibo Pilot Elementary School, Grade 4 SPED. Hello po sa inyong lahat. Watching from, madami. Right, let's check the comment section. Grade 3 pupil from Sapang ES Jaen South. Geraldine Abilada Santiago, hello po. Hello everyone. Hello Tutor Rafi B watching from Calibo Pilot Elementary School. Hello po sa inyong lahat. Now that you are ready na sila, let us answer learning task number 1. So in your notebook, you are going to complete the sentences below by writing the simple past tense of the verbs in the parentheses. Number 1, Chef Chloe, blank. We have here enclosed in the parentheses is prepare desserts for the party last week. So the action took place in the past. So the action took place last week. So we have to change the verb prepare into its past form or its past tense. All right? So ano kaya ang correct answer? Chef Chloe, tama. Marilyn Mendoza Mangiat Busion, correct. Prepared, tama rin. Lawrence, Nora, Kay, Jerome, Argel. All right, so tama kayong lahat. Almost everybody got it correctly. So the correct answer is prepared. All right, let's proceed with number 2. Number 2, Kuya Jerry deliver the package yesterday. So we have here the verb deliver. So the action took place yesterday. So we are going to change the verb deliver into its past tense, into its past form. All right. So what do you think is the correct answer? The correct answer is deliver. Jacinth, correct. Tanya Gale, Franz, Chino, Sweetie Pie, Mark Platon. All right. So tama. The correct answer is delivered. All right, let's proceed with number 3. Nelly, blank, list her name in the attendance sheet. So we have here the verb list in the parentheses. So we are going to change the verb list into its past form. So Nelly, let's check. Ano kaya ang correct answer for this one? Tama, Lawrence, Jean, Audrey, tama. The correct answer is listed. Right, so let's proceed with number 4. The children blank a clown and a birthday party. So we have here the verb see. We are going to change it into its past form. Therefore, tama. The correct answer is saw. Jerome, Mac Abiel, Nora, Brianna, Chino, Mark, Mika, Franz. Nag-answer talaga. Very good. The correct answer is saw. Let's proceed with number 5. The athlete blank fast during the last race. So we have here the verb run. So we are going to change the verb run into its past form. So the correct answer is Aisen, walang sumbat. You are correct. Ran. The athlete ran fast during the last race. Let us give everyone a big round of applause, a virtual clap. Yay! So you are ready for our discussion this afternoon. All right, so let's discuss simple past tense of verbs. So the simple past tense of a verb is used to describe an action or condition that took place at a specific point in the past. Past events are important that we use them in telling and retelling. So there are different ways of forming the past tense of verbs depending on the types used as to regular verbs and irregular verbs. So there are 2 types of verbs in the simple past tense. So we have regular verbs. For regular verbs, they simply form their past tense by adding ed to their base forms. Example, ito mga examples natin. Start. So its past form is started. So we simply added ed at the end of the word start. Next example, walk. Then we add ed, it becomes walked. All right? So rest, when we add ed, it becomes rested. And then talk, when we add ed, it becomes talked. So let us read the verbs in the past forms. All right? Let's start. Started, walked, rested, talked. All right, so let's proceed. For some regular verbs that end in E, ito naman, kanina, these regular verbs, the first set of regular verbs that we had, nag-end sila with consonants, no? So this time naman, paano kung yung verb natin nag-end with a vowel, which is E? Right, anong gagawin natin? So for some regular verbs that end in E, their past tense is formed by adding D. Ito yung mga examples natin. Create, created. Because our verb create also already ends with E, so we just add D. Right. Next, type, typed. Bake, baked. Die, died. All right, so let us read. Read with me, the regular verbs in the past tense. We have here created, typed, baked, died. Again, created, typed, baked, died. All right, so let's proceed. Paano naman, Tutor Rafi, paano naman kung ang verb natin, ang base form ng verb natin ay nag-end o nagtatapos sa letrang Y? For some verbs that end in Y, preceded by consonants, their past tense is formed by changing Y to I before adding ED. Right? Again, kapag ang ating verb ay nag-end with Y and it is preceded. What do we mean when we say preceded? Bago ng Y is a consonant, so we change Y to I and add ED. Here are the examples. Dry. Dry here ends with Y, and before Y, or Y is preceded with R, which is a consonant. So therefore, we change Y to I and add ED. Tama. Next, copy. Copy here ends with Y, which is preceded by P, which is a consonant. So therefore, we change Y to I and add ED. So it becomes copied. Next, Let's proceed with irregular verbs naman. So irregular verbs do not form their simple past tense by adding ed or d. So by adding ed and d or by changing y to I and add ed, sa regular verbs lang nag-a-apply yon. For irregular verbs, past tense of irregular verbs are written in various forms. Irregular verbs form their simple past either by changing their spelling or no change in spelling. Ito, yung mga examples natin. So, sabi nila, ang irregular verbs daw, nag-change ng spelling or ang iba sa kanila ay hindi nag-change ng spelling. So, you have your chart in page 33. Tingnan natin. We have here common irregular verbs. Ito. Common irregular verbs. We have here am or is. It's simple past tense. Was, are, were, come, came, get, got, go, went, know, knew, make, made, say, said, see, saw, think, thought. So if you can notice, kung ang verb natin ay ginagamit na natin or gagamitin natin yung simple past tense ng verb natin, yung irregular verbs natin ay nag-change ng spelling. Okay? So, pero meron namang mga verbs na hindi nag-change ng spelling kahit nasa simple past tense na sila. Examples are cut, hit, hurt, let, put, read, set, and shut. So these are the words, these are the verbs that do not change their spelling kahit nasa simple past tense na. And here are some more examples of irregular verbs. Nasa page 33 ng inyong self-learning module. So ayan, pwede nyo i-screenshot yan, mga bata. Alright, so let's proceed. Time expressions. Mga time expressions such as yesterday or kahapon, a week ago, a month ago, a year ago, last month, last year, last weekend, last Monday, last night. So the day before yesterday and 2 days, 2 months, 2 years ago, among others, are used when expressing past actions. Paano mo malalaman kung ang action ay naganap na or nangyari na in the past? So meron tayong tinatawag na time expressions. Ito yung mga yesterday, last month, last week, the day before yesterday, 2 days ago, 2 months ago, 5 months ago. So these are our time expressions. Nagsisignal na kailangan nating gumamit ng past form ng verb. Right? So now let us proceed with learning task number 2. If you are ready with our learning task number 2, please comment down, ready. Ayan. Samantha Caraan, hello. Tanya, Brianna Tabora, JV Salazar, Chilaika Cabello, Micah Venturanza. Ayan, ready na si Asen, walang sumbat. Grabe si Asen, una talaga. Mark Platon, ready na din. Okay, so let's start. Learning task number 2 in your notebook, copy the sentences below, then supply the simple past tense of each given regular verb inside the parenthesis. All right, so here is it. Here it is. Okay, Rhea blank to apply for a job in the city last week. So enclosed in the parenthesis is the word decide, the verb decide. So last week nangyari. So last week siya nag-decide. So therefore, gagawin natin siyang past tense. All right. Rhea, the correct answer is decided. Rhea decided to apply for a job in the city hall last week. Number 2. She blank in a factory for 3 years. She worked in a factory for 3 years. Work here is our verb. So, sa loob ng 3 taon or in the last 3 years daw, nagtrabaho siya sa isang pabrika. So, work here is in the present tense. So, gagawin natin siyang past form. So, ang past tense niya ay tama, worked. Tama. Correct. Franz, Ayesha, Gian Charles, Fiona, Markian, Yashin, Maria, Giohan, tama. Correct. And others who answered work, tama po kayo. Next, number 3, the trip blank happened a month ago. So the trip happened a month ago. So our clue here is a month ago. So the action happened a month ago. So therefore, the correct answer is happened. Right? So we added ed. Number 4, her family convinced her to change her plans. So, gagawin natin siyang past form or past tense. Convince here becomes convinced. So, we only added D kasi the verb is already ending with E. Number 5, her father promised to support her on her new goals. So, promise here becomes, you're right, promised. So, let's read the sentences. Rhea, read with me, Rhea decided to apply for a job in the city hall last week. She worked in a factory for 3 years. The trip happened a month ago. Her family convinced her to change her plans, and her father promised to support her on her new goals. Okay. So learning task number 3. Learning task number 3. In your notebook, copy the sentences below, then supply the simple past tense of each given irregular verbs. If you are ready to answer learning task number 3, comment down, ready. Sino na ang ready to answer learning task number 3? Ayan. Wow, Gian Charles, may complete answer talaga from number 1 to number 5. Again, in learning task number 3, copy the sentences below, then supply the simple past tense of each given irregular verbs inside the parentheses. Number 1, the hen blanked on its eggs until they hatched. Inside the parenthesis is sit. So, ano ang correct answer? What do you think is the correct answer? The hen? Tingnan natin kung sino ang makakakuha ng correct answer. Tama! Yay! Maraming nakakuha ng tama. Lawrence, Tanya, Nora, Kay, Marky, Gian Charles, Jerome, Mon, Kay. Ayan, si Kay, maraming answer. Next, the correct answer is sat. The hen sat on its eggs until they hatched. All right, number 2. My grandparents blanked the hot tea that I made for them. So, enclosed in parentheses is the verb drink. So, ang drink ay magiging, ano kaya ang past form ng drink? Tama, Marky yan? Kay, Jerome, Jacinth, Micah, Angelo, Nora. The correct answer is drank. Drank. My grandparents drank the hot tea that I made for them. Number 3, the speaker blank also the concepts of love and respect for humankind. So enclosed in parentheses is the word teach. So what do you think is the correct answer? The speaker ano kayang tingnan natin yung mga answers nila. Tama, Markian, Jerome, Alex, Kay, Amber, Nora. The correct answer is taught. The speaker taught us the concepts of love and respect for humankind. Next, the two pupils lead the class in doing their project. So, what do you think is the correct answer? The correct answer is led. Right. So, nag-change ng spelling. Number 5, the wind blank blow strongly last night. The wind blank strongly last night. Inside the parenthesis is the verb blow. So what do you think is the past tense, the simple past tense of the verb blow? Yes, Macabiel, Grace, Fiona, Chino, Lawrence, Brianna, Mika, Kian, Salazar, JV, Micah. The correct answer is blue. All right? So the wind blew strongly last night. So let us read all the sentences that we have. The hen sat on its eggs until they hatched. My grandparents drank the hot tea that I made for them. The speaker taught us the concepts of love and respect for humankind. The two pupils led the class in doing their project. The wind blew strongly last night. So that's it for our learning task number 3. Okay. So after learning task number 3, we proceed with learning task number 4. So, sino na ang ready to answer learning task number 4? If you are ready, hello, Abby Sabino, yehey daw. If you're ready with learning task number 4, please comment down ready. Yan, ready na si Jonard Emmanuel Sabuito, Jilaika, Giohan, Micah, Maria, Aisen, Jana, Angelo. Since marami na ang ready at ready na sila, let's start with learning task number 4. So in your notebook, again, complete the sentences by writing the simple past tense of the given verbs. Right, so ito na. Number 1, Irma blank a letter to Mr. Lee. So enclosed in parentheses is the verb write. So, what do you think is the correct answer? Ano kaya ang simple past tense ng verb na write? Lawrence and Kay, Aisen, Alex, Kay, Mon, you are correct. The correct answer for this one is wrote. Irma wrote a letter to Mr. Lee. Okay, so let's proceed with number 2. The two runners blanked their previous speed records. The two runners blanked their previous speed records. So enclosed in parentheses is the verb break. What do you think is the past form or the past form ng verb na break? Micah and Kay, correct. Jerome, correct. Jilaika, Audrey, tama. The correct answer is broke. The two runners broke their previous speed records. Ayan, palakpakan. Tama. Broke. Okay, number 3. Diana blank her father's favorite song during their family reunion. Diana blank her father's favorite song during their family reunion. Family reunion. Okay, so what do you think is the correct answer? Diana, tama. Nora, Kay, Chino, Jerome, tama. The correct answer is Diana sang her father's favorite song during their family reunion. Number 4. My mother blank me Maricon. So enclosed in parentheses is the verb name. What do you think is the correct answer? Okay, the correct answer is my mother named me Maricon. Okay, named to Sorry, let's change. My mother named me Maricon. Okay, so number 1, Irma wrote ayan na. Ayan. My mother named me Maricon. Okay, maling ano lang na paste ko dyan. Okay, let's proceed with number 5. Kuya Joey hurt his back after moving the boxes. The correct answer is hurt. So, hindi nagbago yung kanyang spelling. So, hurt pa rin. Number 6, we blanked the Cruzat family in 2015. So, meet is our verb. So, the correct answer for this one is, ano ang tamang sagot? The correct answer is, tama, met. We met the Cruzat family in 2015. Okay? Let's proceed with number 7. My father married my mother in 1989. So we are going to change the verb marry into its past tense. Simple past tense. My father married my mother in 1989. Number 8. They blank get home very late last night. So the correct answer for number 8 is, the correct answer, ano ang tamang sagot with sa number 8? The correct answer for number 8 is got. They got home very late last night. Number 9. Number 9, Mr. and Mrs. Digma blank in the United States for 10 years. And close in parenthesis is live. So, the correct answer is lived. Mr. and Mrs. Digma lived in the United States for 10 years. Okay, number 10, the last item. He blank his last basketball league last year. So play becomes what? It becomes played. He played his last basketball league last year. So let's read the sentences. Irma wrote a letter to Mr. Lee. The two runners broke their previous speed records. Diana sang her father's favorite song during their family reunion. My mother named me Maricon. Kuya Joey hurt his back after moving the boxes. We met the Cruzat family in 2015. My father married my mother in 1989. They got home very late last night. Mr. and Mrs. Digma lived in the United States for 10 years, and he played his last basketball league last year. Let's proceed with learning task number 5. You're going to rewrite the paragraph using the correct simple past tense of the verbs. Okay, let's check. Number 1, what do you think is the correct answer for number 1? Marjorie visit her Lola's garden last Friday. So what do you think is the correct answer for number 1? Marjorie visited. Marjorie visited her Lola's garden last Friday. Tama si Avis, tama si Chino, tama si Micah. The flowering plants make her feel happy after a long day of work. So make here becomes what? What do you think is the past tense of the verb make? It's made. The flowering plants made her feel happy after a long day of work. She talked to the orchids as if she could be understood by them. So talk here becomes talk. Right. So she talked to the orchids as if she could be understood by them. Number 4, she got. Tama. She got some sampaguitas and ilang-ilang. Number 5, then she made laces of fragrant flowers and put them in the altar. So what do you think is the past tense of the verb put? It's still put. Okay, let us read. Let us read the paragraph. Read with me, Marjorie visited her Lola's garden last Friday. The flowering plants made her feel happy after a long day of work. She talked to the orchids as if she could be understood by them. She got some sampaguitas and ilang-ilang. Then, she made laces of fragrant flowers and put them in the altar. Very good. Sino nakakuha ng tama? Ayan na, screenshot nyo na screenshot nyo na yan para hindi kayo mahirapan sa pag-transfer ng answers nyo later sa inyong mga self-learning modules. Okay, let's proceed. Learning task number 6. You are going to tell something about the memorable experiences that you had. Compose clear and coherent sentences using the given regular and irregular verbs and time expression. So you are going to tell something, an action that you did yesterday for number 1. Something that you draw last Monday or any day in the past, and something you sang 2 days ago, 5 days ago, and number 4, something you danced months ago, and something that has yun, anong nangyari last year. So that's gonna be your learning task number 6. And for your last learning task, rewrite the sentences below by providing correct past form of each verb in the parentheses. Do this in your notebook. And yung gagawin natin. The itsy bitsy spider curl up the water spout, down blank the rain, and blank the spider out. Out blank the sun, and blank up all the rain, and the itsy bitsy spider blank up the spout again. So let's answer. The itsy bitsy spider curled up the water spout. Down came the rain, and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. Right? So, pwede natin kantahin, no? Para mas matandaan natin. The itsy bitsy spider curled up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. All right. So let's give everyone a virtual clap. Palakpakan natin ang ating mga sarili. All right. So maraming salamat to all the parents, the teachers, and learners watching us through DepEd Edtech Unit, DepEd Philippines, and DepEd Tayo Facebook pages, and DepEd Edtech Unit and DepEd TV YouTube channels. I am Sir Rafi B, and I'm your tutor for English 4. You can subscribe to my channel. My YouTube channel is Rafi B is here. I have contents. I have art workshops in my channel. Meron din akong lessons on history, culture, and arts. Okay, I'm Sir Rafi. Thank you so much to all the learners all over the Philippines for English 4. Bye!
Sigurado ako na marami ka na namang natutuhan sa ating ETULay tutorial session ngayong araw. Tandaan, ito ay hindi lamang para sa ating mga mag-aaral, kundi pati rin sa ating mga minamahal na guro at mga magulang na kaagapay natin para maituloy ang pagkatuto sa kabila ng nararanasang pandemya. Patuloy ding sumubaybay sa DepEd TV para sa mga araling ginawang video episodes. Mapapanood ito mula Lunes hanggang Sabado, alas 7 ng umaga hanggang alas 7 ng gabi sa inyong mga telebisyon. Abangan bukas mula 1:00 ng tanghali ang iba pang aralin sa ating ETULay free online tutorial session sa Filipino. I-like and subscribe at manatiling nakasubaybay sa ating ETULay tutorial session sa DepEd Edtech Unit FB page at Educational Technology Unit channel sa YouTube at sa DepEd Tayo at DepEd Philippines social media accounts. Paalam!
Cognizant to the needs of our learners, parents, and teachers, the Department of Education provided us with powerful tools for productivity that will allow us to foster critical thinking skills, problem-solving skills, communication and collaboration skills to be compassionate, responsible global citizens. Join us and discover new ideas in our series of professional development training program with the ICTS Edtech Unit and Microsoft Education Philippines. Together, we will equip our learners and empower our fellow educators for a dynamic future. Para sa bata, para sa bayan, at para sa guro. Sulong Edukalidad.
Magandang araw, Sir Wilbur po, at your service. Narito ang ETULay upang gabayan ka sa inyong pag-aaral upang lubos na maunawaan ang iba't ibang paksa o subject. Ang ETULay ay isang free online tutorial class na pinangungunahan ng DepEd Educational Technology Unit sa pamumuno ni Undersecretary Elaine Del B. Pascua. Ang programang ito ay hindi lamang para sa mga bata, kundi ito rin ay magsisilbing gabay sa mga magulang at mga guro kung paano nila ituturo o gagabayan sa bawat asignatura ang kanilang mga anak o mga estudyante. Sa kasalukuyan, ang self-learning module mula sa rehiyon ng Calabarzon at kilala sa tawag na pivot ang ginagamit sa ating ETULay online class. Kaya ano pang hinihintay ninyo? Ihanda na ang inyong mga ballpen o lapis, papel o kwaderno at samahan kaming itulay ang pagkatuto para sa bawat batang Pilipino. Sama-sama tayong magtutulungan para malampasan ang mga hamon sa panahong ito. Halina't matuto kasama ang inyong online tutor sa oras na ito.
Okay ba yan? Di pa, wala pa. I start. All right, so good afternoon to our dear learners, dear parents, and fellow educators. Welcome to our ETULay session for English 5. I am your tutor, Madge, and it is supposed to be handled by our tutor, Mark. Unfortunately, he needs to attend some errands and another meeting, so ako muna ngayon. Ayan, biglang Tagalog si Tutor Match. So, welcome po and good afternoon sa ating lahat. I hope that you're still with me this afternoon, especially our grade 5 learners. You may open your module, get your pen and paper, and let's enjoy learning this afternoon. All right, so let's begin. So this week, the end of our second quarter, week 8, the topic is about the types of viewing materials. So we need to know the difference between different types of materials that we perceive, that we examine, we interpret, and construct meanings so that we can construct meanings in these visual images or different visual materials or viewing materials. So can you name some of the viewing materials or mga bagay na tinitingnan ninyo or pinag-aaralan ninyo, pinabasa, ini-interpret, pini-perceive, ini-examine? Sige nga, to our dear learners, can you type something or can you type an object, could be a thing or a material or anything that you view or that you use as a viewing material, right? So that you usually pwedeng read, no? You read it. Also, may clue agad si Tutor Match. Read books, no? So one example is a book, right? So the end goal of the lesson for week 8 is that you're able to distinguish various types of viewing materials. So you need to identify the two types of viewing materials. Very good, Mark Platon. He mentioned about magazines. So good afternoon, Ma'am Gracial Joyce, and all the teachers and learners from Sungay Elementary School, Tagaytay City, from Samantha Caraan. Ayan, so Mark Platon again, he mentioned about videotapes, correct? So that was very 80s, no? 80s and 90s videotapes, Betamax, old school. All right, so can you describe the images that is being shown here, or can you describe these pictures? So what are those pictures? So one is, hello po, Tutor Madge from Siniguelasan Elementary School, si Jane Erica Galang. Hello sa you, Jane. Hi, and I hope that you're enjoying our session this afternoon. So books, she mentioned about books. Aqua, yes, this is for grade 5 learners. Hi, Eric Klein or Paraiso. Yes. So can you describe the images that are being shown on your screen? So you can see that a boy is watching a television. So do you enjoy viewing TV broadcasts or TV shows? Can you mention one show that you are really fond of or you're really um, enjoying watching some episodes of what? What kind of videos or TV shows you're interested and why are you interested in watching it? Why do you why do you like it? Why are you enjoying it? Sir, do you have to wait for the next decade? No, we don't have to wait for the next decade. So why do we need to wait for the next decade? We need to take action. So Mark Platon mentioned about the boy watching a TV. And another picture is yes. So another picture, can you describe the image? Mm-hmm. So now this is a typical scenario wherein a student is Bonnie Eliseo mentioned about Sinescuela. Princess, the boy is watching TV. Yeah, that's the first person. That's the first picture. So watching educational shows. Okay, very good, Mark Platon. So it's good that you choose what kind of shows that you're uh, taking time to watch on TV. It's good that you have pastime. One of your pastime is watching TV, but make sure that it is educational. So Tiffany's tax mentioned it's an online class, correct? So that's a typical scenario right now because of the unprecedented pandemic, and we need to stay at home. And one way to continue learning is through online learning. So that's a typical scenario, right? So Nora mentioned about a laptop. Yes, correct. So with the help of technology, we're able to connect with, could be someone that a conference, an online conference. So that's an example of a viewing material, correct? So next, how about these photos or these images? Yes, konti na lang natin. So right now we do have 128 online participants. It's okay. Again, our ETULay is recorded. So for those who are not yet aware of it, we are live in DepEd Philippines, DepEd Tayo, and some DepEd Tayo regional channels. So we would like to commend our partners in Nueva Ecija and other channels. So again, may mga team replays tayo. So there are kids who are watching these sessions, could be the next day or what time do they prefer to watch it. So yes, the girls watching online class, okay. Social media, the boys watching TV while eating. Communicating online, so Aqua mentioned social media and communicating online. The first image I see Instagram photos, correct. So again, so nowadays people, one of the habits of, or one of the things that we're doing is we scroll, we open our social media accounts, we view different photos or videos, and yeah, those are some of the viewing materials. And yeah, you yeah, watching from Mapandan, San SDO Pangasinan. So may I ask, do you enjoy viewing this photographs, online videos, even digital presentation? Are you enjoying it? So we all know that modernization gives us the opportunities to choose a wide range of available viewing materials. And we can maximize the uses or the uses of these materials if we're able to distinguish one type from another. So Nora mentioned yes. So I myself, I enjoyed scrolling during my free time, some TikTok videos. I just scroll, and of course, I only select things that are educational, informative, something that can also gives inspiration. So something like motivational speaker. So I enjoy watching videos, even YouTube videos in educational YouTube videos. So you can watch TED Ed, something like that. So you can follow their TED Ed channel. So you'll be able to be updated in different educational materials. So something like that. So Francesca mentioned yes. So Mark Platon, yes. Princess, yes. So again, we do have our own preferences, things that we feel enjoyable. So we do have our own. Yes. Jane Erica answered yes. So for our learning task number one, in your module, we have this instruction that we need to identify the types of the given viewing materials. You need to write on your notebook. So in your notebook, write PM for print material and NPM for non-print material. Definitely, this will be very easy. So these digital presentations, these materials. Very good, Faith. So you need to thank you for uh, sharing and following our ETULay sessions. Keep on sharing, keep on um, posting some of your insights, your experience while you are learning here in ETULay. Number one, what's your answer? Oh, I can see Aqua. Oh, sorry. So let's try to make it full screen. Okay lang ba? Alright. Sige. Yan. Para hindi nyo na ako makita. Ayan na lang. Alright. So number one, it's very easy. Ebook. So ebook. So the first letter E stands for electronic. So sometimes most of the non-print materials are intangible or something that you cannot touch or you cannot hold. So most of them, no. So definitely number one is NPM or non-print material. So wow, that's my lesson in grade 5 according to Ma'am Liza. Hi Ma'am Liza. Yes. So number one is non-print. So it's not printed because it's an e-book, electronic book. Number two, photograph, and may open close parenthesis tayo, in a picture frame. So is it a print or non-print? Tutor Madge, very easy. The answer there is correct. It's a print. So kaya nga nakalagay sa picture frame. Pero Tutor Madge, what if it's a save in a memory card? It's a picture frame, but it's a save. It is saved in a memory card, and it's on a screen, small screen. So definitely, that's a very different. It's just like a phone. No, it's a different thing. Although there are picture frames that are digital, no, but for this example, we it's a photograph. No, in a picture frame, we imagine it as something that's traditional. So it's a print material. Number three, TV news program. So according to Princess Joy, it's NPM. Correct. So it's a non-print. So it's parang ano lang yan mga bata. Yung iba rito kasi meron tayong non-print pero nahahawakan. So mamaya I'll give further details. Pero most of the example natin ay mga intangible. Ibig sabihin hindi mo nahahawakan. Parang software lang yan sa inyong computer lesson. Naalala niyo ba yun mga bata? So do you recall your lesson about hardware and software? So your software is your intangible component of a computer. So something like that. So number three, it's non-print. Number four, vlog. So a vlog is similar to a video recording. So online. So it's a Number 4, it's correct. So non-print. So it's not printed. So video nga tutor match ang gulo mo So very easy, di ba? Ang dali lang. And number 5, it's portrait. Very good, Rashid, Mikael. So number 5, it's printed. So typical a portrait is a picture, no? Na picture mo na could be something like you are sitting or standing. A portrait picture, it's a framed picture. So that's a typical. No? Although sa camera natin mga bata, di ba, may meron tayong settings sa camera na portrait and landscape, iba yun. No? We mean portrait, it's a portrait of my love, so something like that. Portrait, a picture na naka-post pwede sa wall or naka-attach sa wall. Very good, Lisa, Princess, and Shenya Train. Ayan, si Tanya got it all correct. Very good, Tanya Gonzalez. Next, for your learning task number 2, you need to categorize the viewing materials below according to their types. In your notebook, copy and paste and copy and answer. Copy and paste. So, nasanay tayo sa copy and paste. Copy and answer the chart below. So for print material, number 1. So number 1 item natin is it's a book. So ang dali lang yan. Alam niyo na agad ang sagot. So Ma'am Liza, I'm a grade 5 English teacher and also a guidance teacher po at E. Jacinto Elementary School, Manila. Hello po sa inyo, Ma'am Liza, at sa inyong classes sa E. Jacinto. So we hope that you will kindly share our ETULay link. So could be an additional learning materials or additional learning tools for our learners this ETULay session. So next natin, video clip. So video clip is it a print or non-print? Correct. So video clip is a non-print material. Video nga tutor match, diba? Kulit mo. Next, picture book. Picture book is a print material. So although there are apps that it looks like a book, but it's an online, so that's a different example. Although it's not mentioned there that it's an online. So if it's online picture book, definitely it's a non-print. Next is printed. Ang dali na ng clue natin, no? May clue agad. Printed world map. And lastly, Edu TV show or educational TV show. It's an example of a non-print material. So, diba? Ang dali-dali lang. Kayang-kaya nyo itong mga bata. So, yan. So, Princess Joy, Aqua, got it. Rashid, got it. Shinaya and Graciel, got it. So, very easy itong learning task number 2 natin. So, based on the following examples, those are examples. So parang tutor match, medyo may somehow nga, no? Sabi mo na parang hardware, software. Hardware, it's a print. Software, it's non-print. Pero sabi ko nga, there are non-print na pwede mong mahawakan or tangible. So mamaya, kita natin. So again, let's decipher this statement here. Actually, nasa module niya yan. Tinakpan ko lang para lang ma-review natin kung ano yung natutuhan ninyo. So, let me read. Viewing helps learners in... So, what do you think is the word here? Viewing helps learners in... Sige nga. Ano yung na-scrambled natin na letters? Konti na lang tayo. Huwag kayo mag-alala. Huwag kang mag-alala, Tanya. So, dadami rin yan. Number 1, what do you think is, what is the word that we're looking for? Viewing helps learners in, what do you think? Great to hear that, Ma'am Liza, that they are enjoying. Don't be sad, Princess Joy. It's okay. So number 1, the word, yes, Graciel got it. So viewing help learners in reflecting and thinking about the So Rachel got it, Lisa got it. So again, viewing helps learners in reflecting. So it means if you're looking at something, of course, there's something that is saved on your mind, or you are trying to reflect. What is that image? What is that information? What is it try? What is that image trying to convey or trying to express? Something like that. So correct. Your answer is reflecting. So you are reflecting. All right. Chino got it. Images and thinking about the images they are seeing and develops their knowledge and skills in what do you think is the word? Knowledge and skills in. So when you're reflecting, you're now thinking about that image, and now you're developing your knowledge and skills in what? It starts with the letter A. Correct, Tiffany. Nag-freeze po. Nag-freeze po ba ako? Hindi ako nag-freeze. So the word here is analyzing. So skills in analyzing and evaluating visual and multimedia. Right? Next. So again, our topic is about types of viewing materials. So there are two types. We have the print viewing materials. It consists of textbooks, workbooks, reference books, magazines, newspapers, and journals. Also includes map, photographs, paintings, drawings, posters, infographics, graphs, and other two-dimensional art. So those are the examples of print viewing materials. So almost lahat sila ay nahawakan or tangible, and they are printed images found. So may mga images kayo na nakaprint. And lastly, or the next one or the next type is the non-print viewing materials, are those that do not depend on the printed sources. So that's the keyword there. So do not depend on the printed sources. Three-dimensional arts like diorama. So nakita na ba kayo ng diorama? Globes, puppets, and models, and other projected materials. So yung mga examples natin, diorama, globes, puppets, and models, di ba nahahawakan naman sila. But they are considered as non-print kasi hindi naman sila nakadepende sa printed sources. Pwedeng pininturahan yan, paint, so nakagawa na. Hindi kailangan mag-print sa, halimbawa sa printer. No? Yan yung idea natin. So, other projected, so naka-project na materials such as films or movies. Film strip, commercials, videotapes, and television shows are examples of non-print viewing materials. Like television channels, most of the viewing materials are non-print in digital forms. Ay, grade 4 po ako, sabi ni Princess Joy. Ayaw mo nun, advance si Princess Joy. Right, so okay lang yan. So again, so those are examples of non-print. So, meron pala sir non-print na nahahawakan, correct? So, yung mga diorama, globes, puppets, and models are considered non-print viewing materials, although nahahawakan mo sila. Okay? So, natakpan na, hindi na. Okay. So, skip na natin yan. So, yung mga PowerPoint presentations, vlogs, educational videos, online broadcasts, our DepEd TV, our online tutorial, ETULay, are our best examples then ng digital viewing materials or non-print materials. All right. All right. For our learning task number 3, kaya pa ba ng oras natin? Yes, we still have more time. So 30 minutes, 13 minutes. So learning task number 3, we need to analyze the sets of viewing materials below. Then pick out the word that does not belong to each set. So yung ano natin dito ay hindi kabilang, does not belong to each set. Write your answers in your notebook. So number 1, e-picture books, videos, virtual presentations, printed posters. So number 1, ang bilis ni Rachel, ang bilis ng internet. Thank you, Tanya. Yes, our first item, our first set of words, the correct answer is, ang dali-dali, no? Correct, printed poster. Kasi yung tatlo are examples of non-print. Mga hindi mo na, mga na-review mo, naka-project na materials, pictures, videos, e-picture books, videos, and virtual presentations. Number 2, TV documentaries, books, radio comedies, movies. O, ang dali lang din yan. So, ang naiiba ay, in our word set, the word that does not belong is what? Correct, si Kimbelia and Mark Edward. Hi, Sir Mark. Rachel, correct. So the word that we're looking for is books. So books is a print, correct. Number 3, blogs, photo album, mobile photo gallery, and YouTube videos. Dali-dali tutor match siya. So vlogs, photo album, mobile photo gallery, and YouTube videos. So vlogs, that's a non-print. YouTube videos, definitely it's a non-print. Mobile photo gallery, mobile meaning it's on your phone or something that's stored on a mobile device. So our answer for number 3, correct, Kinbelia. So number 3, the correct answer here is Rachel got it, Tanya got it, Bea, yes, correct. So amazing. So the correct answer here is photo album, and it's a print. Number 4, magazine photos, editorial cartoons, Instagram photos, wall painting. Magazine photos, definitely it's a print. So a magazine, although they are digital magazine, but it's not mentioned there. It's said it's the only it's stated that it's a magazine photos. Editorial cartoons. So editorial cartoons, it's a cartoon that you can see in an editorial. So in a newspaper, so an editorial news. So there's a cartoon that express the idea of the writer, and the wall painting. It's something that it's in the wall. So a painting attached to a wall. It's something that you can touch or it's a tangible. So definitely our answer here is for number 4. Number 4. What do you think is the answer? Correct, si Graciel. So Graciel got it. The answer is Instagram photos. Is an example of a non-print. And for our last word set for our learning task number 3, we have poster, drawing, PowerPoint presentation, and painting. So poster, drawing, painting. Although there are digital posters, but it's not mentioned that it's a digital poster. So we assume that it's a poster, a normal poster. So poster is a printed, drawing is a printed, painting is a printed. So Rachel got it, Chino got it, and Samantha also got it correct. So the answer here is PowerPoint presentation, and it's a non-print. All right, so that's your learning task number 3. O, diba? Kayang-kaya nyo na, nagde-decipher na kayo ng mga word set. You're able to identify print from a non-print, or a set of words or a set of viewing materials, whether it's a print or a non-print. So, analyze na kayo. Learning task number 5. Determine whether each viewing material is print or non-print. Do this in your notebook. So number 1. Alright, ang dami pa nagsasagot. Siguro yan lang, mabagal ang ating, yes. Alright, for number 1, it's a book, or it could be a map kasi may tinuturo siya na Philippine map. So the answer there is print. Number 2, definitely alam nyo ng sagot. Ang galing-galing ninyo, Bea and Chino got it. So number 2, it's si Rizalyn may binibenta, block natin. Alright, so number 2, it's print, correct. So a book is an example, our best example of a print viewing material. Next, number 3, television. It could be an educational show. It could be a documentary show. Number 3 is correct, a non-print. So something that that is projected or you can be viewed on TV, it is a non-print. Number 4, Sir, papel po yan. So it's a print. And lastly, number 5, an application that is installed in your tablet or could be an iPad. So for number 5, definitely it's an example of is it a print or non-print? Number 5, it's a non-print. Very good, Ma'am Evangeline and Bea. So, yeah. So, di ba, ang dali-dali lang. Galing-galing na ninyong mag-determine or mag-identify if the material is a print or non-print. All right, for learning task number 6, we need to identify the material that you will use in learning about the planets of the solar system. You need to choose your answers from the choices inside the box. So, online videos. Where can you find online videos? So you can type the correct answer. So online videos, definitely we have our keyword here, video. So normally we find or we look for videos about the solar system by typing in youtube.com or youtube.com. So the answer here is YouTube video. So YouTube video. Number 2, TV show. So about solar system, we can look for, starts with the letter D. D. Yep. Number 2. Of course, we would like to learn about how the scientists were able to uh, study the solar system. How were they able to explore it? So TV shows, and of course, it's good that it feels like we are with them discovering the solar system. So right from the scientists, they were able to explain about the solar system or about as a planet. So TV show like DepEd TV. So that is why we need to learn. We need to follow our DepEd TV YouTube channel and watch us also on channel 13, right, and other TV partners. Right, correct. Documentaries. And number 3, non-print 3D material. So it's a non-print. So yung keyword natin, hindi siya printed. So ano ba yung mga printed, mga hindi natin non-print? So naalala natin yung diorama. And isa natin ay model. Very good. So we can study the solar system, the planets of the solar system using the models. Number 4, print, a 2D material. So definitely, it's ang nag-iwan na lang natin na print dyan ay number 4. Sino got it? Poster. So the answer here is poster. And lastly, online books materials. Siyempre, support natin yan. Ito ay nag-top din sa Google search. So the answer is DepEd Common. So yeah, support our very good Chino. Yes. So again, to our dear learners, parents, and teachers, you may download our modules, our PowerPoint presentations, our ETULay presentations in our DepEd Commons. So kindly explore it. So hindi lang ito mga lessons, marami pa kayong ma-explore pa ng mga materials sa ating DepEd Commons. So may bayad po ba yan, Tutor Madge? Wala. So it's free. Kahit wala kayong load, you can access our DepEd Commons. Try nyo lang po, kahit sa cellphone po ninyo. Next. So ito, madali na naman to. Learning task number 7, last task. Whether it's a print or non-print. So Maita needs to watch news on television. Television. So television is an example of non-print. Very good. Number 2. Mrs. De Gia used PowerPoint presentation. Our keyword is PowerPoint presentation. So PowerPoint is an example of non-print. So to explain the water cycle. Number 3. Alex toured around Lucena City using the map he bought from the bookstore. So definitely it is something that is made of paper. So it's a tangible. So map is a print. Very good. And number 4, the pupils watch available videos. So our keyword here is videos online. It's an example of a non-print. And lastly, my parents love to read newspapers every morning. So newspapers is our typical example of a non-print. Or rather, a print. Sorry. Ayan. Siyempre, di ba, nalilito na kasi nabasa ko yung answer ni Kini Bella for number 4. Videos are non-print. For number 5, newspapers are printed materials. Although may mga bago na ngayon, may mga digital news na rin tayo, pero typically it's print ang mga newspapers natin. Alright, so to end our session, number 1, again, remember that, so lalagay lang natin yung words sa inyong learning task. Viewing helps learners in reflecting and thinking about the images they are seeing and develops their knowledge and skills in analyzing and evaluating visuals and multimedia text. There are 2 types of viewing materials. One is the print viewing materials. It consists of all printed images like textbook, workbooks, magazines, etc. And meanwhile, ano yung pagpipili natin dyan? Non-print, ayun natin, ang naiwan. May naiwan na hindi na kasali, pero ang sagot natin dyan is non-print are those that do not depend on the printed sources, such as 3-dimensional arts like diorama, globes, puppets, and other projected materials. So that's the end of our session for English 5, and I hope that you learn a lot in identifying printed and non-printed materials. Those are examples or types of viewing materials. So again, my dear learners, remember this quote: read and read, read. Because according to Margaret Fuller, today a reader, tomorrow a leader. So again, I am your tutor, Madge. Stay safe, take care always, and God bless. Take care. Ingat kayo palagi. Ako na lang pala nandito, sir. And I hope, so I'm waiting for the director to end the show, but I am still here. So again, to our online learners, thank you so much. Rashid, thank you. Mark Edward, maraming salamat po. Ma'am Lisa, congrats, sir. Thank you so much, Ma'am Lisa, for tuning in and for being with us and for sharing your class, for sharing your experience sa inyong class. Thank you, Ma'am Graciel. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Rachel. Again, I am just your substitute teacher here, or substitute tutor here, because your tutor for English 5 is Tutor Mark Anthony C., who is currently busy. He has a lot of meetings to attend to, so I'm still here, sir. Maraming salamat, Ma'am Lisa. Ingat kayo palagi. Take care, and bye, Ma'am Jane Galang. Ingat kayo palagi, and see you in our third quarter session, kasi magbabakasyon nata tayo eh. Pero antayin natin yung announcement. Pero tuloy-tuloy ang ating mga reading remediations, math remediations, storytellings every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and mga iba nating session sa Tuesday and Thursdays. So ingat kayo palagi and take care. Bye-bye.
Sigurado ako na marami ka na namang natutuhan sa ating ETULay tutorial session ngayong araw. Tandaan, ito ay hindi lamang para sa ating mga mag-aaral, kundi pati rin sa ating mga minamahal na guro at mga magulang na kaagapay natin para maituloy ang pagkatuto sa kabila ng nararanasang pandemya. Patuloy ding sumubaybay sa DepEd TV para sa mga araling ginawang video episodes. Mapapanood ito mula Lunes hanggang Sabado, alas 7 ng umaga umaga hanggang alas 7 ng gabi sa inyong mga telebisyon. Abangan bukas mula alauna ng tanghali ang iba pang aralin sa ating ETULay free online tutorial session sa Filipino. I-like and subscribe at manatiling nakasubaybay sa ating ETULay tutorial session sa DepEd Edtech Unit FB page at Educational Technology Unit channel sa YouTube at sa DepEd Tayo at DepEd Philippines social media account. Paalam!